more.
Big shout out to all the hot moms out there from the boys here at the Afternoon Delight podcast. We see you, ladies. Shout out to all the hot moms out there. Hello, hot moms. I got to make sure I stop this part over here because we're live on there and get a little bit of an echo.
Shout out to hot moms only over 18.
Yes. Yeah. Well, there are some hot moms that are underage. We don't play that game. But you notice it's just the three of us today. No, Mr. Bob Sharp. He decided work was more important than being here at the podcast.
Always, man.
Right.
Bobby Moneybags, bro.
Getting to the bag, eh?
Yeah. And Mr. Hunter, Mr. Hunter, but we've got.
Wish him well, man. He wasn't feeling good.
Yeah, Bob spread that virus. I don't know what it is, but I want to say it is I'm going to call it the stripper virus. So I'm not.
I'm kind of mad Bob didn't give it to me.
I know all those glizzies you guys shared, and look,
did you let Bob rub up against you?
Julian is a healthy young man who has stayed locked in, so I'm sure all that.
Take my vitamins and chicken and vegetables. That's it.
Chicken and that fucking broccoli, dude. That fucking broccoli.
Vitamin C, baby. Vitamin C. So Julian is the man, dude.
Yeah,
he's healthy.
We can tell what Julian's having for lunch because we can smell it.
It's always the same shit too.
Sometimes it smells like pizza to people. Sometimes it smells like salami.
I've gotten crazy shit: pizza, salami, some weird stuff.
Culinary nose because she's like, I smell bell peppers. I smell onions. I'm like, how the fuck do you smell that shit?
Yeah, man.
It's the Portuguese.
Yeah, it's that Portuguese nose. We're here, and to my right, Mr. Artemis Prime. Hello, Mr. Prime.
Yeah, hell yeah, Artemis Prime, aka your mom's best friend.
Your mom? Ooh, my mom?
No,
yeah,
what the fuck? No.
Everyone's mom's best friend.
No, it's Julian right there.
Oh,
Julian, aka Call Me Daddy.
Yeah, and we have Julian is at an undisclosed location. Cannot
With
give
a black couch.
Yes, because he has the dirtiest casting couch in the business right there behind.
Go ahead and send your applications into Afternoon Delight Podcast with the Boys at gmail.com.
Yeah, hashtag Julian. Make sure you put hashtag Julian.
Yeah, in the subject, put Julian. We need pictures and we need a short application. Tell us what we need to know about you.
What the?
And if you're trying to date Hunter, then you got to put in your dating application to Hunter.
Hunter.
But in the subject, put Hunter. Don't confuse it with me. Mine is different.
Yeah, Hunter does the screening. He does the screening for the show.
I hope you at least got some Lysol wipes to wipe that chair down, dude. Or that
down. He gets
I make sure the girl wipes it down after she's dead. Like they're sitting there, and I just throw them a wipe after. I'm like, here you go, wipe it off. It's like at work when you get a Lysol wipe.
He does it like at work. He tells the next shift to grab the wipes and hand them out.
I slap it on him, and then I'm like, here you go, clean it.
Damn.
Slap it on him. I like that.
Now, if you ever hand me a wipe, bro, I'm gonna just throw it back at you.
I'm gonna hear that music, that porn music playing in my head, dude. As Julian's handing out wipes from now on, dude. It'll be
the next one I hand to Art, it's getting slapped on his back.
Ooh.
Yo, what the hell is going on right now?
Artemis is used to things crawling down his back, so
I don't even know where all this is coming from, man. I just got here. I'm not supposed to be here today.
Yeah, we're way off today's topic. although they do have a few pretty. They probably have some. I've never looked, but I'm sure there are some porn versions of video games that are out there. I'm sure there are. Wouldn't you say?
VR's been out for years, bro. Come on.
Yeah. I remember like super controversy here, digging deep into my memory banks here, but
there you go.
I remember some controversy in Cyberpunk where there's a bar that you went into that there was actual strippers, naked strippers that they had to kind of pixelate because it was too real. Do you remember that?
I haven't played the game, but I do remember this one game. My very first like computer game that I played was called Duke Nukem.
Oh yeah, Duke Nukem. Yeah.
And they had the strip club on there. And, but they weren't obviously didn't look like a real person. It was like
6-year-old Julian was on Vice City buying the hookers and watching the car bounce.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, Julian. Did you ever rob them afterwards?
Oh, he did.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't a piece of shit.
That game, and the Cyberpunk. I think that really taught kids how to hijack a car at a red light.
I've never played Cyberpunk, so I don't know, man. But
it's a really good game.
Auto taught me how to drive for sure.
You had to be careful too, because if you thought you were hijacking a car with an old lady, but that old lady had a fucking shotgun, a bat, dude. She had all kinds of shit, and she ended up beating your ass. And then you're like, "What the hell just happened? I just got my ass beat by some 80-year-old lady in a freaking El Dorado."
Or they'd go to grab you out of the car and actually like just take their car back.
Yeah. So we're going to dig deep into that. We're going to talk a lot about video games and the evolution of video games and how far they've come. I'm probably the oldest here, but I'm sure Artist played a little Pong in his day.
Probably,
sure. Yeah. I don't know if Julian has ever played Pong.
I played Pong.
Oh, you played Pong? Okay, yeah.
Not on the original Atari, but I have played Pong.
Yeah. I'm sure that it's still
was
to
that
this
Atari
day.
or what was that on?
Pong is different than Atari.
Yeah,
it was. That was on.
We're going to get into that. That is the Magnavox Odyssey. We're going to talk about that being the first official home entertainment arcade game. So we're going to dig into that.
I wonder how much that cost back in the day.
We got that. We got that number, man.
Hell yeah, John. Hey, John, shout out to Johnny.
We got those figures for you. Jamie, pull it up. Jamie.
No, dude, Johnny is the man, dude. He does all this research. He does all this stuff to make the show go, man. So I really
do we have a Jamie?
You're Jamie. You're Jamie.
Yeah, we were gonna have a Jamie, aka Hunter, but then he's sick right now.
He's sick. He's sick in the head.
Yeah,
that's what he's sick. But we're going to get into that. And what I said, I was going to do some weird news. I have weird news, but what I did is I said, I got to find some weird news that is kind of related to what we're going to talk about today. What we got as far as weird news is right here. I'm going to tell you National Video Game Day, 5 stunning world records. So we're going to dig into some five of the Guinness Book of World Records for video games. Some of these are kind of like nerd.
World of Warcraft has to be on there, dude. That shit was so big, like back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be the one today that has gone through the transition of seeing just about every one of these consoles. In my house at some point in time, or a buddy's house that we ended up playing. So I've gotten to see all these things, and then I've transitioned into PCs. And I remember having to, from one of the first games, like he talked Duke Nukem, there was Quake, and there was a lot of these games that came out.
Fuck, that was good.
And it was the evolution of the 3D card, which was the Voodoo card that you needed for the PC to actually play these games. And I remember trying to convince my wife at the time that I needed, $300 in 1990 was, it was a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I put it this way, my rent at a 3-bedroom house was $600 a month.
Damn.
Modesto. So
strangle this guy.
So half my rent would have went to just a single video card to run these games. And one of the first games I remember buying for my PC was MDK. It was Murder, Death, Kill. And it was a great game. It was the first time I got to see, 3D effects. I got to see, an actual face. From that game
Yeah.
to what I see today is insane. It's insane.
Yeah. And from what I remember to what I see nowadays is insane.
Yeah. Julian, do you before we get into the consoles, do you remember that first game you bought for the PC?
First game I
That
bought.
surprised the hell out of you. Was it Call of Duty?
No, I didn't play Call of. I played Call of Duty on console, but if you're asking for the computer, the game that like I used to play a lot, it was Minecraft. If I'm not gonna lie to you at all, I think Minecraft is a great game. I think it's one of the most number one games because you can do a bunch of stuff with it. I think that it was different than anything I'd ever played, and so simple.
That's the thing with that game, and I saw it being played the first time, and I want to get kind of your guys' reaction to seeing it being played the first time. I was kind of like, what's going on here? What is the goal here? Build. I'm like, build it. What are you building? But I get I get that game, and I think it was like one of the smartest things Microsoft ever did was buying that game. That was, I think, at that time, the present time, everyone kind of laughed at Microsoft and said, "Well, that's fucking a lot of money, dude, for this game."
You know who I think is even smarter though?
Yeah,
Notch, the dude that sold it.
Yeah,
that dude banked out off of this one game like crazy.
Yeah,
to think,
but you gotta go
ahead, Julian.
No, Art.
Oh, I was just saying you would think at the time too, like what John was saying, like we were already past that 8-bit look. Things were super good, like visually amazing, and then like of course if you see that game, you would think there's no way that's gonna be anything, it wouldn't be as big as it was.
I mean, okay, 2014 is when it was sold to Microsoft for $2.5 billion.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, when I saw that, I remember playing it, and I'm like, that game? Really? That game just sold for $2.5 billion. I was like, okay, I should have been a programmer. I should have learned how to program and make games, man.
Yeah, they definitely came up. I mean, I don't know if the person who sold that just sold like I don't know if he did like the Lucas thing where he was able to still make money off like merchandise or anything like that, because all that stuff became big. T-shirts, costumes. Minecraft was
he sold the entire company. He had no affiliation with Minecraft.
He just cashed out. He just parties now.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. There's actually isn't there a documentary about him, right? About this whole deal of him selling the company to Microsoft and the things he did. I think the things he did after selling the company off. Because at 2014, it doesn't seem like it was that far away, but it kind of is.
It's 11 years ago. Yeah, that's crazy. How long is it? 2014? What year is it? It's a long
10
time.
10 years, 11 years. They've had it for 11 years.
Yeah. So I mean, you think about like like some of the companies that were sold back then weren't even going for that kind of money. It didn't start happening, I think, until Facebook. What's his name? Zuckerberg buys. What do you call it? The platform that we're on, Instagram.
Meta, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, Instagram. And that was like $4 billion, if I remember correctly. I can't remember what kind of money it was, but I know it was a lot of money that he spent to buy Instagram. And everyone was freaking out that, that he was going to own those platforms. And two at the time, the two largest platforms on the internet, Facebook by him. And now, Instagram was number 2 for so long,
Yeah. And so, I already even forgot that he owns both. But,
does Mr. Artemis Prime remember the first game that you opened up your wallet? Not mom and daddy.
Oh, but I opened up my wallet.
I gotta have. I don't care. Mom doesn't need to know this is rated R.
No. Like because I got hooked up. I mean, I didn't. I guess like what I actually purchased, it was like Xbox 360.
Yeah, the 360.
Because like the other stuff, like I was gifted an Xbox.
Yeah.
I did some trade and barter for like my PS2.
Hell yeah.
You know, my mom and my aunts, they all, you know, pitched in and got my brother and I like a Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
I forgot how we came up on a Sega. We probably just robbed somebody on
just East LA. Yeah. They stopped at a light.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember how we got a Sega. But what was cool is like my cousin who used to watch us all the time. Her man used to work at it used to be called Funkoland, and he would always bring us games like, you know, because you sell you sell your games or whatever. Yeah. But he would just be like. He would just take them home for like the weekend and then just bring them back to the store.
Yeah, put them back in a box. Got the blow dryer. And put the wrap back on it.
Yeah. So maybe that's how we came up on the Sega. But yeah, I would say the first one that I purchased myself was probably Xbox 360.
That's a 360. How about you, there, the youngster?
So we're talking about like first console I bought, or like game?
First console, and if you can remember that first game that you actually forked
you bought it with your cash.
So it was my PC, but I was playing Minecraft at the time.
You were playing Minecraft,
I guess the other game that I downloaded was
$4,000 PC to play Minecraft.
No, this I play like Cyberpunk and stuff like that. That's different. And let's see what else I play. Like CS:GO, League of Legends, stuff like that. Yeah. Anything I want. I've played Far Cry's. I can play anything on this thing, so I just
play
every game.
But do you remember that it was the first game you purchased? You know, do you remember like
first game I purchased would probably be CS:GO.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, CS:GO. And just because how different it is. How did you purchase that game?
Steam. That Steam was around at this time.
That's how I was wondering.
The difference. Yeah,
you didn't go to the store like I saw on you know, we used to have Funkoland, or you know, became GameStop, or like I remember Walmart and like Target and stuff having like the TV, and you could
and try to get that fucking kid off of it so you can actually play it. You know, where's your mom?
I didn't try to do that.
I was like, hey, get off it.
But that's the main thing now. Is like you don't even have to have the physical copy. You just buy it online and you download it or whatever.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean,
I'm so far removed. I'm washed.
Everything has changed, though. I mean, you think about, back in the day, just the fact that you had to get up in the middle of the night at midnight to go stand at Tower Records to get tickets to a concert. That's gone. You know, that now you're in front of the computer with your finger just above the enter key, waiting for it to turn exactly midnight. You got to keep pounding enter.
Refresh.
Yeah. Hope to God that you actually get on there to buy the tickets. And oh boy, talk about ticket prices. We don't want to get into that.
That's not what today's episode is.
We're going to talk about National Video Game Day, 5 stunning world records. Did you guys know that September 11th?
Whoa.
It's September 11th, which is, passed already.
Yeah.
It was on a Friday. It is the unofficial holiday. Friday marks the National Video Game Day. Did you know there was a National Video Game Day, Julian?
No, I didn't.
Oh, see?
Never celebrated.
He already calls himself a fucking gamer.
Yeah. Did you call yourself? I don't really think he does.
No, I never really said that I'm a gamer. That kind of keep it to myself. I feel like when I tell people like, oh, I play like computer games, sometimes you get like a look, and I'm just like,
okay, we're gonna talk about that.
For the longest time, bro, I didn't know you even got down like that. So
I thought he was just a fucking gym rat. Yeah, I did.
Spare time, I do a lot of stuff. I stuff.
I thought he was
GTL all the way, bro.
I thought he was just a meal prepper, and a fucking gym rat. I thought. I said, he's just, I thought he goes home after his shift and just cooks chicken until the shift starts again, dude. That's all.
And then I stare at myself in the mirror. That's about it. I just stare at myself in the mirror, flex.
I remember Julian being like a bar guy too, man. He was always going out to the bar.
He's going back. He's getting back to that. Yeah.
But now,
he's going to get back to this.
Slowly but surely soon.
Yeah.
No, dude, I promote that healthy lifestyle. You don't have to
I
be
promote the bar rat.
No, I didn't say that. I said I promote the healthy lifestyle, dude. Go do that.
Everything in moderation.
Yeah.
Everything in moderation. Like 2 shots of tequila, 1 cup of water. 2 shots of tequila, half a cup of water. You cut the water down each time. You don't want to keep drinking. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
The actual official real date is in July.
Okay.
That is the National Video Game Day. I don't.
Yeah, don't take September 11th, bro.
But
That's
September 11th
crazy,
is there's 2 official days for it. Is September 11th marks which was on a Friday, marks the National Video Game Day. Not to be confused with National Video Game Day celebration.
Wow.
It's a fucking celebration in July.
Damn.
Yeah, so it says, "What's the difference?" And the guy that wrote the article says, "We don't know. He don't know. He doesn't know." We're going to take an opportunity to revisit some of the most recent video games related Guinness World Records.
Yeah.
Here's a look at some of the best by the numbers. Here we're going to go to the first one.
Oh.
This motherfucking fool set a record. Are you ready for this? Because this is mind-blowing. I don't know how he could even fucking do this.
Yeah.
He connected 444 consoles to one TV. Who the fuck goes, I'm breaking a record? And where do you get 444 consoles? Where the fuck do you even? Hey, bud, you got a Sega Genesis I can borrow? Hey, you got a Nintendo I can borrow?
I can see it happen. I'm sure there were multiple same consoles, but to just put that all on
one TV,
yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy. In 2024, Saudi man earned the Guinness Book World of Records for hooking up the most video game consoles to one single television, 444. That is just absolutely insane. He managed the feat, made use of more than 30 RCA switches. Do you guys? I don't know if you guys know what the RCA switch is.
Yeah,
you should though.
Yeah, it's what makes it go through emotion.
The old TV. What the fuck? Shots for bringing out bad information out there. You do a shot, and I do one too.
Hell
it's like art with his finger.
Yeah. Don't use your finger. Don't use your finger to start. Among the consoles used was the Magnavox, Odyssey, the Xbox 360, the Nintendo Switch, the Wii U, a very rare Super A-Can, and Napster favorites. Always Sega Genesis was in there. But yeah, this dude hooked up 400. And can you imagine doing that, Julian? Would you want to try to beat this record? Go 445.
Nah, I think that's doing too much.
Salute. Skull
salute.
Because why? Like, could you see every screen? Like, is that like what the whole?
Yeah.
Was?
You have to see. You have to see every screen.
You actually do what the fuck? I thought you meant he was just hooking it up to switch it.
No, he wasn't switching it all. You can see all 444 of the games on the actual TV.
How do you get the TV to split the screen that many?
I have no idea. He's an engineer, so he knew what he's doing.
Then I can't beat him. Like, you know what I mean?
You can beat him, Julian.
You can beat him. You get him on that couch, you can beat him. Dude.
I got friends though. My friend's an engineer, and we can get this figured out.
Ready?
That's insane though. Like, so now I see why it's first of all,
that's pretty impressive.
Shout out to you, bro. That's amazing that you could do that. Just hooking up that many consoles to get a hold of that, and then to hooking it up to one TV. We're thinking it's like some little 50-inch Zenith, but it's not. It's probably a whole wall.
It doesn't say what TV he used to accomplish this feat, but
that's crazy,
he got himself in the Guinness Book of World Records. I mean, that's one thing I've always wanted to do. I don't know if you guys have ever kind of gone down that road, gone through the Guinness Book of World Records. It's something we used to do when we were younger and try to look for stuff, beating the record for jumping on a pogo stick, beating the record. Yeah,
Julian, that's you.
Yeah.
No, it's for a long time. I could not do that.
Oh shit, 140 rips. Right?
Yeah.
But
you got to be the first one to do it.
Yeah, you guys never did that. You guys
No,
never kind of looked through that book to see if there was something you guys thought you could beat.
Julian, did you other than the Pucko bouncing?
No, I would just watch it, but I think that like the way to get one would be that you have to set the record first, and then hope nobody beats it after.
Yeah.
That or you just try to beat someone else's record.
Yeah,
but
that's the whole.
I've never thought about it. I want to hear, John, what did you want to be in the, or did you have a specific thing?
Yeah, we wanted to do. We had a couple that we wanted to do the bicycle one.
What's the bicycle one?
To ride a bicycle and stay on it for so many hours.
Holy shit!
Yeah, bounce the basketball. We tried to do the free throw one. Consecutive free throws and stuff like that. Yeah, we had. I wish we. That's like I feel like it's so easy now. Everything's on our phone, video wise.
Yeah.
But we had the old camcorder. We had the beta tapes in there. I wish I could find that stuff.
That's amazing.
Because it was just us being really stupid as teenagers.
So probably spent 8 hours trying to dribble a ball for.
Yeah. There's a dribbling the basketball one in there too. Guinness, So
no, I've never thought about that, and I wonder what.
Maybe we should do one for the show. We could
I would like to really do that. Yeah.
We podcast for 3 days straight.
Oh well, no shit. We talked about the 24-hour one. I don't know if anyone's ever done the 24-hour live. That would be. Tell us, chat. What do you guys think? Should we do a 24-hour live?
Yeah. Here, you know what? Let me see.
But I mean, I guess they do that already, bro. Like these, right? Julian, am I tripping? Like Kai Sanat and all these, whatever the hell.
They just do continuous streams, but it's like they do go to sleep, and then other people, like he has people to fill in that time.
But so it's 24 hours of entertainment.
Yeah. It's longer right now. Is his whole like mafia-thon thing, and so I've like seen that. Basically, what it is like for the certain amount of money that you donate, it adds time to the timer, and so he's going basically as long as people pay.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I got video.
Supposedly, his whole thing is like $500. Is like, I don't know if it's like a minute or 10 seconds or like 5 minutes. It's like nothing.
Yeah, this video does not belong to us. It belongs to whoever created this, which is the dude. Look at all those fucking games. Look at all those consoles.
Hey, hold up. You fucking lied, bro. That shit, I thought that TV was going to be a lot bigger. You said they were all playing at the same time.
I guess not. I guess he's just hooked them all up.
I have so many video game consoles. After a while, I noticed that I have a big stock of gaming consoles that I couldn't play. The TV ports are limited, and if I want to play, either I unplug the existing consoles, or I'll keep everything and add more switchers, and of course more converters as well. By adding more switchers, the idea came to my mind. I will connect all the gaming consoles I have to the TV. Then I'll contact Guinness.
Okay, so they're all Jesus Christ, look at that pile.
It includes hundreds of video game consoles, all different than each other. So I can play home video game consoles,
the
computers, plug and play,
and
so on. And all of these consoles require
everything but a wife and a family.
I have a wedding
ring on that.
This is the main area.
I was not going to.
The main HDMI switcher, 16-in-1.
Hey, I don't see no wedding ring on him, bro.
I don't. He's got the games.
This dude's hella rich. What are you talking about?
What? I'm gonna. What? I mean, your thoughts here. Okay, we have a generation of kids that are growing up, hunters and younger.
Yeah.
That video games are a big deal. They are. They're a part of life for them. It's something that generation, I think, is like this guy. You look at this guy and you say, okay, this is pretty cool. He's in probably his late 40s, maybe early 50s, and he's still a pure gamer.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of cool. There's so much stress, right?
Yeah.
Dude, if you put that thing any higher, it's going to be up your fucking nose.
It just keeps on going limp. I don't know why.
That's what she said.
Yeah, hey, they have a blue pill for that, man. Blue Chew.
Oh, man. No, I go straight hymns, bro. Straight hymns. Damn, you had a tool set.
I got a tool. That's what she said. I got a tool for that. It's called my lip.
Hey, we don't need no. What the fuck? We don't need Jamie, bro. It's fucking.
It's kind of cool. I mean,
yeah, that as a collector myself, whatever you collect is what you do. Like that's awesome. Putting that time in, that money.
Your
And,
dollies?
you're
action figures. Remember, action figures, not toys. Action figures.
they're action figures, Julian,
Action.
not dollies.
Yeah, not dolls. Not dolls. Action figures.
You're lucky I don't do this via my place, or else there'd be just a shit ton
Yeah,
of
it'd be
action
all a
figures.
bunch of fucking naked He-Mans behind them.
I know he takes He-Man's clothes off.
This is the thing that Julian actually brought it up a little bit
man.
earlier in the podcast, a few minutes ago, actually. But he talked about the stigma of actually saying, "Hey, I'm a gamer."
Yeah.
That's gone, right? Wouldn't you say though? Do you still feel that at your age, or what age do you feel like a guy shouldn't say I'm a gamer? In your opinion?
Like, it depends. If someone asks me if I play video games, I'll tell them yes, but I'm not like just like putting it out there, like making that that's not my personality that I'm putting out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not that I really care. I think some people do give you looks about it still, kind of. It's the same thing with anime. I do a bunch of stuff that people like are like, it's kind of weird. I feel like anime too is one of those that has like definitely
animes
less stigma. But
you think that has to do more or less with your age, or just the people that you're around? Like if you're around people who obviously like anime, you're not going to be quiet about it. But
yeah, it just depends who I hang around. But like, it also, like, my friends know, but like, I'm not like, again, I'm not like putting that out there. Like if someone asks me about what I like, then yeah, I'll tell them. But I'm not like
it's not conversation you're going to bring up at the bar.
I mean, to the gym, I do wear anime like styled like gym shirts. Like I do wear stuff like that.
Dude, hell yeah.
So I guess I do sometimes put it out there.
Dude.
I mean,
you don't wear Dragon Ball Z shirts at the gym, then
you should though, dude. Think of the extra girls you could get.
That's how you get bigger. That's how you get bigger.
Yeah, that's how you get bigger. John.
Okay, I all right. I'm going to go into the T-shirt realm thing because I've really not been that guy. Like I bought my legitimate first Batman and Superman T-shirt.
Oh,
not that long ago,
like 2 weeks ago, dude,
for this show, and I don't know. All right. I just felt strange going out of the house at my age with those shirts. And I felt like people were looking at me because I was wearing a Superman T-shirt or I was wearing a Batman T-shirt. So I feel like
I always see old guys wearing those.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a normal thing. I wouldn't look at good different.
He's like 50-something years old.
Honestly, some people are gonna judge, and some people are gonna think that's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah,
like it's just the way. Can't please everybody,
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I for me, like, I get that. But do you feel like that's not going to be an issue with this new generation? They're like not going to be afraid to be in their mid-20s and 25, 30 years old and telling a female at a bar that they play games. Because I feel like
that's kind of being more and more rare,
because I feel like my generation, when I hear pardon everybody out there in the fucking internet world, don't get fucking all butthurt here, but it's like when I hear someone say I'm a gamer, I like picture them in their mom's basement, dude, like telling their mom I want a grilled cheese fucking sandwich and
eat up the pizza rolls.
That's what I picture. You know what I mean? I can't help that because that's the generation that I grew up in.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, hey, I'm a gamer. And like my mind automatically goes to this dude's got a 2-liter bottle of Mountain Dew between his legs. He's got a couple piss cups down there.
Well, I mean, you are right in some sense, but sometimes that's not the case. But sometimes that is the case, just like everything else. Like it's a balance.
It's a balance.
But, just being, older than Julian, me being in the middle of both of you guys.
Yeah, you're in the middle.
Growing up in the 90s.
He's the meat in our sandwich, Julian.
The meat in our sandwich.
Growing up in the 90s, I honestly never even met a female. I never met a girl who
that's different. That's changed,
games. Yeah, now not my algorithm, but the algorithm of the world is so many of them, and I'm just like, when did this happen,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean they're competing in tournaments now, and they're part of they're part of the online community as far as the gaming thing. And
All the females I met growing up hated the fact that their boyfriends were gamers, and they're like, "Fucking this guy's playing 8 hours of this
yeah,
shit," you know. But like now they're the ones picking it up
they're
and
like,
kicking
"Come over
ass.
here and hit my X square cube, fucking left toggle button."
So
Like,
except for playing with those joysticks,
He's
you
trying to hit a
yeah,
combo.
put your joystick down.
you should be playing with my joystick.
Yeah,
Yo, what the
yeah.
fuck, Julian? What'd you say?
I
Julian's like,
said,
casting.
John's hitting the combo. John's hitting the combo.
I mean, you gotta have the combos. She's like, I got a
man.
combo for you.
But
Let's
yeah,
go.
it's totally new to me to see females like really into. I mean, and obviously they're older. Like I'm not looking at some young girls on the internet. Like these girls are Julian's age, you know, so they're like they've been gaming. So unless they're doing it for content and they're getting paid for it, because I never really watched the video.
Yeah.
I just
Well, Julian, let me ask you this question, because like I grew up when the women that were playing, I guess I'm going to call them women because they're women now, that got started on online gaming or games on the PC, was games like World of Warcraft, RPG games, right? That they weren't into the first person shooters, where today you see a lot of females that are playing first person shooters. They're playing, Apex. They're playing Call of Duty. They're playing these games that are a little more on the violent side than, say, going on some quest trying to find some fucking dude with some jewels in his bag.
I also think, like I feel like it's just more mainstream. I think especially with like COVID, because of all that I think that definitely like made it to where it was one of those things that people picked up. I think that's the same with like anime. I feel like everybody started doing these things that were definitely like stigmatized before, because we were at home. Everyone was at home. There's nothing else to do. So a lot of people picked up consoles. A lot of people started watching, different shows and stuff like that. And so
I feel like that shit is honestly like a money grab too, wouldn't you say? I mean,
like taking advantage of that time and stuff.
Well, no, like the times that we live in now, you can make money by putting a camera on, and someone's gonna pay to watch you play video games.
Yeah, that's insane.
Oh yeah.
Now let's say you're a hot, woman, and now you're playing video games, and something kind of
the trifecta is the hot woman, dressed as crossplay.
Maybe that's what
playing a video game
jumped the numbers as far as female gamers. Like,
I do think that there's probably some that are in it for the money. I do think that there's some that genuinely enjoy playing video games. I think
of course,
that, like,
always
they pretend like they're playing.
But some of them, bro.
You also have to have a personality. I'll say that you do have to have a personality at least a little bit. I would say like the ones that I can't say have a personality are the ones that are like the bikini streamers. Like when that was happening, like that was just pure.
I ran into the crossplay one. I was like, what the hell's going on in this fucking video, dude? She's dressed up like a cat. And I'm like, she's playing Call of Duty. She's kicking ass. Bro. Don't get me wrong. She's kicking ass.
She's good at the game. I'm not saying they're not good. I'm just saying I wonder how many of them.
If they're actually playing games and they're not like basically, like I said, like the bikini streamers, like how that used to happen, that just fucks it up for like how it looks for everyone. Yeah. But
here, let me throw out.
I mean,
Guinness Book World.
There's ones that are genuinely playing video games, and I'll say like if they're entertaining, they're entertaining.
And the world has changed between John, myself, and when like he was saying, we used to
porn.
What we used to see the quote unquote gamers, the quote unquote nerds, geeks. They used to look a certain way. You would never see the quarterback of the high school football team talking about
World of Warcraft.
Yeah, but now you do. Now it's just, which is awesome. That's what I'm saying. Like people that were gamers, like John was saying, usually were people in the basement. They didn't really see the sun. And
Mom, I want another piece of meatloaf.
And now they're attractive women. Like even the we were talking about Superman before we started, but the guy who used to play Superman, Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
He's big into the it's like D&D. I don't know what the fuck it's called, but they have like little miniatures or whatever. Like, Yeah, so you like that guy doesn't look like a quote unquote nerd gamer guy, but Warhammer. He's into Warhammer, so
Yeah.
like it's just the
I even,
evolution of
I mean,
people.
I'm with you. I even think the word nerd is done.
Yeah,
I think that's not even a term that can distinguish any certain group of people that are playing video games today. Because it's like you're saying, it's such a diverse group now. It's just so broken up that it's you can't call all those people nerds. You just can't. Number two.
Not that I wanted to. I'm just saying.
He's calling everyone. He's Mama, one another piece of meatloaf.
I'm just saying. Back in my day, back in the 1900s, when you'd see certain people like D&D,
1900s. Jesus Christ!
If I was roaming around 1999, that's the 1900s.
Okay, but like the way you said it, I was like 1900s, like fucking railroad tracks, fucking horse and buggy shit.
The 1900s was 25 years ago. Give it its respect
that's true.
that you need. So yeah, in the late 1900s, man, you just didn't see those kind of people. Like actually being into that stuff, or if they were, they were. It was like on the
low.
Yeah, on the low. Like they didn't like.
You didn't want to know. How did the fuck those dogs are so smart? They opened the fucking door by themselves.
And so what's cracking, boy?
That's crazy. I think my dog is possessed. He smelled fucking art. He said, I got to come inside. Let's go to the Guinness Book World Record number 2, 75 hours playing Dream Legend Sorceress. 75 fucking hours, dude, of playing that game. And of course, he's Nigerian. Game. Onside Kuhadu, I'm not even going to fucking try to say that name, decided to break the Guinness World Records in a different way by playing 75 consecutive hours of a mobile game called Dream League Sorcerer in 2023. He set the record for the longest video game marathon playing the I'm sorry, dude. Oh, Jesus. Soccer. I'm sorry. I said sorcerers.
So he was playing a soccer game for 75 hours?
Yeah, 75 hours.
See, the sorcerer shit, I could see.
No, soccer. I had to blow it up so I can see the fucking words on the damn screen.
I think it would be hard to do soccer for 75 hours
on my fucking computer. I did something. I don't know what I did, but I changed the font on my computer, and it's like fucking almost impossible to read unless I blow it up. So I blew it up. Now I can see it. Breaking the 50-hour record. It was 50 hours, so he beat he smoked that record, Julian. He smoked it
by like a day and some change. Like why? Like that's just overkill.
Like, hey, let me just do an extra 5.
I'm not.
He wasn't playing games
5 minutes. I'm going fucking whole day, bitch.
Nah, he fucked it up.
That's what you say. That's. I don't know if homeboy works or whatever, but you just fucked up your weekend, bro.
I love Art. I don't know if he worked. You know the fucker don't work.
I don't know that. I can't say that, but he definitely blew his weekend and then called off the next day.
3 days and some change. 3 days and some change.
Are you using your vacation days to break this record, dude?
Am I what?
Using your vacation days to break this record.
I mean, to some people's me. No, if you're asking me, no, I wouldn't do it because that's just me. But for some people, that's nothing to them.
Yeah.
You want to ask me for real? Like, I'll call in sick to come here and do the podcast. Like, that's just because that's me. But
hey, Julian, Art's calling out sick. Art's calling sick.
I don't work.
I'm like, he's doing the podcast. I'm like, he's doing the podcast.
He's 4 hours away from beating the record. He's calling in sick.
I'm just saying that's probably the other than family, of course. But I mean, like, that's probably one thing that I would say in my life is ridiculous enough to not go to work for, is like probably to do this,
to beat a record or the podcast, you mean?
Yeah. To beat a record, to do it. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, all right, let's do it the days I'm off, and then we gotta do one more day. Let me call in, dude. I'm gonna just tell him like, hey, I don't feel good.
Yeah, fucking Joe will be like, why is half my staff not here? What the fuck is going on here? Bob would be the first one to fall asleep on our podcast. I can see Bob like at the end of the table there, just fucking head on the microphone.
I don't think
fucking drool coming down.
That's one
Julian taking advantage of him while he's asleep.
Hey, if they fall asleep, they're getting the art treatment. The stroke. They have a stroke.
I said one finger. I said a finger, dude. Let's go back to that episode.
You gotta wake up. You gotta wake up.
You freaks with your 2 fingers, dog. That's not what I said.
They like to get that little extra in there, man.
They want to really make sure.
They want to feel around.
But I think Bob would be the first one to like go to work and not do it, bro. Like,
yeah.
He'd definitely be like trying to get
like
that
in the middle of the podcast. Bob would get a phone call, and he'd be like, "I'm out."
Someone called in sick, and I'm the one like putting my phone down.
It was me, Bob. It was me, motherfucker. All right, Julian, let me ask you this question, and I'm going to ask Art too this question. Two different generations, the Gen Zer and the Millennial, and I will answer this question myself. Is this something? Okay, you beat this record. Okay, you 75 hours of playing soccer.
Fuck.
Do you share that information with others? Is that something that you want others to know you accomplished?
Fuck yeah, but I'm smoking that record. I got to do 100 hours.
Jesus Christ.
Now, he's saying, though, you're going to be...
Are you sharing that?
You're going to go to Crocodiles, and you're going to just be like,
hey baby.
Do you want to know something interesting about me?
You know what I did the last 4 days?
No, those women don't care about me. They're just there for a good time.
Did? Hey, but that may be a turn on for some women that you're in the Guinness Book of the World Records. You know.
Hey, but when they come home to the room and over my bed is the plaque, they're gonna ask, and I'm gonna be like, "I broke a world record."
That's true.
First of all, when they come over, they're gonna go, "What the fuck is that smell?" It smells like someone has been pissing and shit in this room for.
Where did all your action figures go?
My dollies.
They're put away for the time being, but just wait.
How about you, Mr. Art? Are you sharing that information? I mean, it's still a big feat. I mean, it's impressive. You made it. This is a pretty legitimate book. Everybody knows what this book is.
Yeah.
So it's still an amazing feat.
I would say I'm not out there just going to be promoting it, but it's going to definitely be in the resume. Mallory Gates was popping, dude.
Bob's not here to praise you tonight.
It's definitely going to be in my resume. It's going to be on my my Facebook profile. Fuck yeah.
Yes, I do have that picture. I will share that picture here in a minute. Yeah, because that's the thing too. I mean, things have gotten so different when it comes to how well the graphics and the designs are in these games and how realistic they can get. So. Hey Mallory, let's ask Mallory. Are you sharing the fact that you you were on the Guinness Book of World Record for setting the record for playing 75? So you would have to do 76 hours if you want to beat this dudes from Nigeria. Right? Are you sharing that information with others? I think a woman's perspective is a little different than a guy.
Yeah, let's go. I would like to. Any of y'all in the chat?
Yeah, speak up. Dude. Don't be afraid. Art doesn't bite. There? Art doesn't bite.
First of all, I don't bite.
He nibbles. He nibbles.
I'm a gentle.
Don't say gentle lover. Your wife could be
listening. I said being, like human being.
He is gentle. He's tender.
I'll save you if you're having a stroke.
Yeah. And Julian likes it rough. He likes it rough.
But then he'll he does about the aftercare. You know, he holds me after and stuff. You know.
Yo,
yeah.
Thank you for letting that information.
All right, here is record number 3. 78 and a half hours of playing World of Warcraft. An American guy. All right, go America.
Shout out America.
America finally on the list. Even longer record was set in New Jersey.
Damn.
By Justin O'Donnell, who played fantasy role-playing game World of Warcraft for 78 hours and 30 minutes consecutively. It set a new record for the longest video game marathon playing on MMORPG. Julian.
Yes.
What are those? What
are those letters mean?
What do I know? You know, MMORPG.
I think I know RPG means the role playing game. It's massive multiplayer online.
Multiplayer online.
Massive.
Not
masturbate.
Massive
multiplayer online role playing game.
See, look at Mallory. You're almost there, Mallory.
I spent 12 years playing Second Life. What is this Second Life?
There's
nothing.
Oh, yeah, we know what Second Life is.
But Julian, do you know what Second Life is?
I do not.
Okay,
It's kind of like Sims, correct?
Oh, okay.
Mallory, kind of like Sims, where it's you create a character, you have to go to work, you have to do all these things, and you got a life or relationships. It's everything you would do in real life, but online.
Yeah, I mean, I got that part with Sims, and that's why I mean, like, the only game I could think about, like, when I was surprised when you said soccer, because that's like, even for me, like as a person who likes to play first person shooters, like I couldn't do that for 75 hours. But if you want to talk about GTA or these, like, Sims or these things where you're kind of virtually living through that character, I could see spending a good 75 hours doing it.
Sims on steroids is basically what she says. Yeah, that makes sense.
Second Life. All right, I have to Google.
All right, this gives me, the last one gives me some hope. An 88-year-old video game blogger, a Chinese gamer Yang Bingling, aka Grandpa Yang, set the Guinness record on January. I said all this.
First of all, it's Yang.
Yang. I'm gonna go Yang. On January 2024, as the oldest video game content creator on the platform. Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He shares clips of him gaming sessions playing Tomb Raider, Call of Duty, with more than 280,000 followers. He's got one more follower than we do on the show. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's amazing, bro. Amazing. Wait till we have our wet t-shirt contest on here. We're gonna we're gonna get 2 more followers.
We're gonna show you a picture of Mr.
Yang.
Yang Ying Bang Dong Bang.
See what?
Yeah.
Beep.
Hey, first of all, how old is this guy?
He is 88 years old, man.
Nah, that motherfucker 40.
He's lying. He's just been through a lot, dude. He's 44. He's just been through a lot.
Bro, cigarettes and gaming will age the shit out of you.
Yeah. That sake will get you every time, dude. Fucking sake. That sake.
Oh, shit.
Very cool, though. Hey, how cool is that, though?
That's amazing, dude.
Shout out like to your grandkids. Well, this guy would probably have great grandkids at 88. So it's, I mean,
he might have never got married, bro. You can't be. He's still, Mom.
He's a big love. Oh, I don't think he's the kind of guy that pisses in Coke bottles, dude. He doesn't look like it.
Yeah, no disrespect, Mr. Young. That's awesome, bro.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. I'd be that grandkid that'd be like, hey, dude, you know what my grandfather did?
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. And that's
Papa Yang.
Yeah, I think that's also just stuff to be like celebrated. He achieved something. He got his name out there somewhere. Like, there, how many of those people, people in that particular age group even get to put their name down on something?
Yeah, that's true.
So
that is true. That is
especially for gaming, bro.
Yeah, that's true. The last one is a Tetris one, guys.
Hell yeah.
13-year-old. 13-year-old beats Tetris. 13.
Beats it?
13-year-old. Go America. One of us. Yeah, 13-year-old American gamer Willis Gibson became what is believed to be the first person to fully beat Tetris. Dude, I didn't even know there was an end to that game.
Me too, bro. That was like,
what does the game do? Just go, fuck you, it's done? Just a fucking finger?
It's like, damn, bro, it's been 75 hours.
Go outside. How funny was
he just thought, like, the game's just like this. The PC is just like, you know what, dude? I'm done. I got shit to do.
Yeah, dude, we're done, You know what this electricity bill just cost your parents? I had no idea. Yeah. Did you guys have any idea that there was an actual? I didn't think there was an end to it. So I guess.
I didn't know it was a story. It was just like a puzzle, right?
It's 909. Okay, here we go. 999,999 games done.
Fuck.
It can't go any further. That's looks like at level 18. No, is that 18?
I thought it goes forever. So it doesn't go forever. It just like you do stop at some point for each level.
I guess if you you have passed level 18. That's the last level.
999,999, and the game says, "Fuck you, go outside, go see your friends, go outside and see your friends."
Like you haven't, but like Julian, do you know what Tetris is? You played Tetris before?
I've played Tetris, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
cool,
that's
cool.
too popular. That's
I don't know. I gotta ask, man. I can't always assume stuff, you know. Like if Julian was closer to my age or your age, I'd be like, oh, he definitely played Tetris. Those were like one of the 20 games that were out at the time.
Yeah. Let's get into Mr. the grandfather of all consoles, the first one ever brought out to the home. As everyone knows, it is the Magnavox Odyssey, released in 1972. You weren't even a nut in your dad's nut.
No, I wasn't, bro. It's not even a
1972. My dad wasn't even born yet.
That's what I'm saying. You were not even a nut in a nut yet.
My brother wasn't even a nut yet.
He was a nut, but he wasn't a nut.
Ain't no not a nut. Ain't no not another pimp like it.
Let me.
All
right. Yeah, that is the Magnavox. It was created by an engineer, Ralph H. Baer, often called the father of video games. How cool is that, though?
That's amazing.
Yeah. It connected to your television and featured simple games like Pong-style tennis, hockey, chess game using basic white blocks and white screens with plastic overlays for color and the scenery. I mean, it wasn't a lot, guys. Let's be honest. There wasn't a lot going on here. You just kind of spun that little thing around.
Yeah, I've never played it, so I don't know. But Mallory, like, yes, we are all youngsters. John is only.
I'm 57
years young, so there's dude, that's a young age, bro.
So I'm okay. I'm 57. I'm going to be honest. I've never seen this thing.
Shit! Are you serious? I thought you were gonna say you've seen it.
I was right into the next console is where my journey starts. You got to remember, I was born in 1968.
Okay,
so this came out in 1972. So I'm still very young. This
playing outside still.
Yeah, I was still playing with blocks and army. Not even Army Men yet.
I mean, dude, we never got to ask you what was your first console that you bought with your money.
With my money, it was going to be it's the God damn it. It was my own money. I'm going to say it was either the Sega Genesis.
Okay.
Yeah. Game wise, I'm going to say it was Pitfall, and that was on the Atari 2600. Like, that was the first game I remember buying ourselves,
And this was you, like,
a teenager. I'm probably like,
still live with your parents.
Yeah, I'm young. Yeah.
Yeah, you went and gathered cans or like mowed lawns or whatever it is you guys did back in the day. Yeah, hell yeah, Johnny.
Yeah. So again, this is what we have to thank for today. This is the machine that got it all started. Everything started. I kind of got you. I don't remember the 70s. I mean, I kind of remember a little bit about the 70s, but I can imagine this was pretty mind blowing. To have, even if it's just Pong, having this paddle that just went up and down the screen because you turned this little knob.
Here's the awesome part of it all. Regardless of how high tech or whatever it was the spark that started this humongous fire. Yeah. So sometimes all you got to be is that spark. Someone once said, like, it takes a stone to make a ripple.
Jesus, he's fucking using proverbs right now, dude.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
preach.
Confucius said,
do not play with your balls.
Man who goes to sleep with dirty balls wakes up with stinky finger. But no, yeah, I was at MJC and I was just sitting in on my wife's class, and the teacher said, it takes a pebble to start a ripple, and she was like, I'm glad that I'm not the stone, but I'm happy to be part of the ripple. So that's what I mean. Like, this is the stone, and it created this, evolution of people to the point of, like, now we got what we have in our lives, and that's going to spark ideas in the future, and that's going to be awesome, man.
Yeah. How much, Julian? How much do you think this cost back in 1972?
Shit, 10
I'm gonna
cents.
go with 200.
200. Whoa,
Ooh.
that's like a year's salary back then, Julian. You're tripping, bro.
No shot.
No
All right.
I'm gonna go. Okay,
Yeah. How much do you think this is?
$50. Now we're playing fucking Prices Right.
All
How
right,
about you,
50.
John? What do you think? Even though you know the answer.
I already know the answer because it's right in front of me.
No, I didn't say it just because you were there. I'm just saying, yeah. What is it?
This cost back then $99.95, and which would
so
be
Julian, $200 or 95. What you said?
nine. It's under $100.
$100.
$99,
Okay.
which is the equivalent today of what is it? Where is it? I lost it. That could be rounded out to about $768 today.
Damn. So yeah, like a PS5 or some shit.
Yeah.
That's
That's
crazy.
more than a PS5 right now.
Well, I'm looking like, with you can't just buy the PS5, bro, unless you go to like these bundles. But if you buy the PS5,
There's always
some
a bundle.
games and extra controller. Of course, there's always a bundle.
Yeah, and a skin, and then an extra.
If your sugar mama buys it, it's free.
You got to get an extra fucking controller.
Julian,
what all right, I'm gonna get this out there.
Let's go.
I'm gonna get this fucking out there right
let's
now.
Go out there.
And I want to get your response to this. What is the fucking deal with all these consoles? Back in the day, you got 2 fucking controllers. Every game console came with 2 fucking controllers.
Even that one looks like it came with 2 controllers.
Why all of a sudden the video game console companies said, you know what, we're just going to give them 1 fucking controller?
Preach.
Did they just assume that we have no friends or what?
Nah, man.
It's almost that feeling, right? It's like, oh, this guy's playing by himself in his mom's basement.
Nah, it's definitely more. It's because they know you need that second one, bro.
It's the money. You're gonna go buy another one, so they could charge you an extra $50. Like even though I had 2, I'd buy like 3 or 4 sometimes.
Damn.
Yeah.
Have you ever had the friend that was like, "Hey, yo, look,
I got like 6 in the closet."
No. If you want to come over and play, you got to go buy yourself a controller.
Never like buy one, or it was like always bring your controller. Like if we knew we were gonna have more than enough people, like too many people, like I was coming from my house and I had some, they'd be like, "Oh, just bring your controllers."
There you go. Yeah.
So we'd all put them together and have enough.
Julian just bought the extra one and sits there, and he hopes someday someone's going to sit there and play.
It's not that he hopes. He knows. He knows. He's like, you know what? Oh, there's another question, Julian. Were you ever that guy who was like, let me play this game for a week before I invite any friends over, so that way I don't get my ass kicked?
You got to get all the skills things.
Well, it depends. Well, usually, like I grew up in the era of like where it was all online games, pretty much. So it's like no one's waiting. It's like we all pre-ordered it. We all have it ready that day. Fuck, we're calling out of school and we're playing the game.
Calling out of school.
Hey, Julian, this coming from the I like to call the cheating millennials, because they had to buy the magazine that showed them all the cheat codes.
Hell no magazine.
No, I remember those books.
Dude,
I remember the books.
The books, yeah.
Dude, my
GTA.
Kids, I was like, dude, just play the game. No, I gotta get the cheat book. Why do you need the cheat book? Why do
it makes it so much more fun, especially Grand Theft Auto, dude.
Yeah, dude. Infinity ammo.
See what I'm saying? You taken away.
I remember like having
like flying
for being a cheater. Poor than fucking.
Yeah, dude.
Crazy ass cars, everything.
I didn't get that. We had to physically. There were some glitches. We like to call them glitches back in the Atari days, in the early days of.
How are you gonna cheat in Atari, bro? Come on.
No. There was glitches. There was glitches. If you knew where they were, there were certain spots and areas that you can look. The classic Nintendo NES.
Mario had definite glitches.
Yeah, they had a Technoball where you couldn't fucking tackle fucking Bo Jackson. Who was like, everybody wanted to be Bo Jackson. And there was the glitch in the basketball game. So if you were in a certain corner of the game and you shot a 3, you made it every fucking time.
Damn.
So you had guys that would constantly try to get that player and constantly do the same shot over and over and over again.
Speaking of shots, shout out Joe.
Shout out to all the hot moms out there, and to Alina the Wiener.
Alina, dude, hell yeah.
Alina the Wiener, this one's for you.
Yeah, shout out to all that.
All right. I would ask you. I would ask both of you. Did you enjoy playing this console? But that's not going to happen.
I spent 72 hours straight playing that shit.
All right, but here's my question, a legitimate question. Knowing what you know today and the games that you played today, would you be interested in sitting down and playing this console?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I would play just to try it.
Just to try it. How long would you say you'd play it before you go, this is fucking ridiculous?
5 minutes. I've played those games. I mean, Pac-Man I could do for
Well, you're limited to chess.
Pong. I could play some fucking mean chess. Pong?
Tennis. Yeah, tennis, Pong. What was it? It was a couple. It was like 3 or 4 games on that.
I thought John said chess.
You brought up 10. What?
Yeah. I thought John said chest, and I was like,
"Oh, chess, baby."
Chest. I mean, I guess I'll play art. It's
not the girl from a couple episodes. The girl with the offset boob.
What the fuck? No, dude. You said tennis, and it brought this memory back of when the Wii first came out.
Oh God, yeah.
And my brother had it, and my they're like, "You want to play?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" And I'm standing there, I got the controller in my hand, and I'm fucking whipping that shit, bro. I'm fucking playing. My cousin is kicking my ass, and I look over, and he's on the couch like this. And I'm like, yo, you're fucking kicking my ass, and I'm over here I'm actually sweating and shit. Yeah, that shit was hella funny.
There's
shout out
the
to
baby.
Benny, bro. I miss you.
There's the big boy, the one that officially, I'm going to say officially started the craze, the nonsense, the absolute.
Was that 8-track player?
That is that is the 1975 Atari 26. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm going to take that back. That is the 1977 Atari 2600. That is the granddaddy. That is the one I grew up with. That's the one I learned how to play. That's the one that we licked the inside of it too, because we thought that's what you had to do to get it to work.
Shout out Granddaddy. They're a great band from Minnesota.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to dig too deep into Atari because there are some great documents. If you're into like wanting to know more about this, the history of Atari and the battle they had with Nintendo.
There you go.
It's a great documentary. I'll put it out there. You guys can go and watch it. But the battle between Atari and Nintendo is just legendary. The fight that they went through and the whole thing it's pretty crazy. I'll share a little bit of the mistake that I think because I was the guy that we got forced to buy these bad games, and one of the problems Atari had is they opened up their license agreement and let everybody make games for it. And what ended up happening is there was a lot of shitty games that were going out there. And of course, parents were getting a little upset because the kids weren't playing these games. $26.
26 for the game, or
that was a lot of money for a parent to shell out back in 1975 and 77. So
it's a week's worth of income right there.
Yeah, it's a great documentary. You can get down into it. It kind of explains the whole situation with Atari and Nintendo and the battles that they had and how they Nintendo let's be honest, Nintendo crushed Atari.
Yeah. I mean,
it crushed it.
Julian, do you know what Atari even is? Have you ever heard that name before?
I've heard of the Atari. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I probably seen that shit at the thrift store and was like, what the fuck is this alarm clock do?
Yeah. I mean, they were the classic Atari games they're known for, their game. It's their game, which was Pac-Man. Pac-Man was the money-making game for Atari, and they had the license for Pac-Man, and that was like their go-to game. That was Pac-Man, Pitfall. They had a couple games. I'm trying to remember some of the other games that I remember playing, but they kind of owned the world for quite some time before other companies came along.
Shout out. So Mallory was saying because some of the games now are just one player. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that's true.
That machine, that incredible piece of shit machine right there.
Hey, dude, again, it's you got. Sometimes you stumble, bro. Yo, I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Yeah. Okay. The reason this console is big is because they came out with a certain game that you guys still love playing. It's not Mario.
Shit.
It's not Mario. I want to go with Art first. Think of a couple games that are still huge today, not just as an adult, but younger generations going, "Oh, dude, this game's great." It's ColecoVision is the name.
Oh, I've heard of ColecoVision. Asteroids.
That's a good one. Good guess. Look, fucking Mr. Google over there. I know he's Googling.
No, I haven't even moved my hands.
All right, I'm going to say the name of it. Donkey Kong.
Holy fuck, Donkey Kong!
Donkey Kong.
That's awesome. Shout out to Actrovision.
ColecoVision.
Wait, I thought Donkey Kong was Nintendo. No.
But you thought wrong.
Arcade quality graphics home with Donkey Kong as their killer app. So it might not have been their game, but the game was actually designed for this console. So
yeah, because I believe Donkey Kong was an arcade game.
Yes, it was an arcade game. Yeah. Well, that's where you're going to see the push going from arcade to home. That was like the big deal back then, because if you think about it, through the 70s and the 80s and pretty much parts of the 90s, the video games that were coming out were basically games that you got to play at the arcade. And the transition changed in the late 90s and early 2000s to where guys were writing Call of Duty. They were writing, Duke Nukem, these other games that you didn't play Quake at the arcade.
Julian, do you remember arcades?
Yes, honestly, but more that I've been to is more like now that I'm older is
he makes it
like
sound
the arcades where you could drink, like they have those in
Dave and Buster's where you win the tickets and whatnot. We're talking about straight arcades where you just lost money. There was no like, hey,
there was
I'm gonna
no
get these
jackpot.
tickets and I'm gonna, whatever. I'm talking.
Oh no, not Dave and Buster's. There's like places like in the Bay Area that you can drink and they have classic arcade games that you play. I've gone to those like arcade bars.
Arcade bars. Yeah, those are sick.
Yeah,
man.
you got like Moabs here in Modesto.
Shout out Moabs, man. We
got
shout out Moabs. Sponsor us. We got one of the dudes here.
Sponsor us, Moabs. Moabs has classic pinball machines
Modesto meal on the bun
on Tully Road.
On Tully Road, right up the road.
Get a burger, a drink, a beer, and play some video games. Play some pinball.
Yeah, so the pinball. Yeah, so back in my day, Julian, I want to know if you remember this because I'm pretty sure John remembers this, but there was Tilt at the mall.
Tilt, yeah.
Then they opened up another thing where it was like, it was just like a bunch of computer screen, like a bunch of monitors, and I forgot what it was called, but you pretty much could play like Call of Duty or like other games there. It wasn't an arcade per se, but it was an art like that.
It's where you rent the space and you go play video games.
Yeah. It was like that era's version of the arcade.
Yeah.
But it was monitors and fucking towers, and you would play either World of Warcraft, you'd pay for the hour or some shit, and dude, remember how there used to be like internet bars?
Yeah, internet cafes.
Yeah, internet cafes. That's kind of what it was,
I'm pretty sure that's what it's considered. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the word. I do remember, like,
So you were around for that for sure. Yeah.
There was a day where you can go into the library and read a Playboy. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
So every kid would go around the same Playboy.
No, you still had to go ask for it. You still had to ask for it.
So would you go ask for it?
This is a whole nother conversation. Hold on. You can go to the library. Hold on. Fuck, I put the wrong card in there. You can go to the library and ask the fucking librarian for a Playboy?
Yeah, they had a copy of Playboy. You could take it back to the table and read Playboy.
For the fucking articles?
Yeah, the articles were amazing. Did some of the best articles written by some.
No, he went straight to the middle. He just stuck together.
The jokes too. Not to forget
I would
jokes.
not want to touch some other person's.
You have to be the first person.
67 and 68 sticking together.
That's what I'm saying.
6 7.
We gotta go like this. 6 7. 6 7. Fucking kids.
I wouldn't want to touch someone else's Playboy, let alone the fucking public library's Playboy.
Wait, you and your homies never shared a Playboy art?
Nah, never.
shared. I like
Okay, hold on,
it's a woman.
I'm gonna keep it real. We didn't share one. There was, and particular, this happened in high school, junior high or freshman year.
like
I mean,
5 years ago, right?
yeah. This kid got in trouble, but it was hilarious. This kid had popped up with a magazine, and we were all like ripping pages from it. Like we were like, "Oh hell yeah, bro! Can I have this page?" You know, right?
Yeah.
And later on, he ended up getting busted with that fucking magazine,
you dirty bastard.
like third or fourth period, because obviously, you're telling everybody, all this shit. Everyone's gonna say whatever, but
the vice principal finds out.
Yeah. He ended up
wants to make sure that you didn't tear out page 98 yet. He knows what's on 98.
They were like, yeah, so bleep bleep bleep, can you go to the office? And damn, he got caught up with that. I think it was like a hustler at the time, actually.
Now, I'm not sure if you guys dabbled in this one or not, or you got to play it from like your parents may have had it, or but this came out in 1985. Neither one of you were born yet.
No, I was 83. I was born already.
Okay, you're too young. You were licking the controller.
Yeah, my aunt. So I did have this, but my aunt gifted it to me. This was like
that is the 1985.
She had it
Nintendo
for like 10 years, and then was like, "Here you go, kid."
The NES system. I love this system because this was like, whoa, this is what we can do now.
Yeah, that was definitely the game, dude. That was the system right there. Yeah. That's my grandfather. You know what I mean? Kind of console.
And let's be honest, this opened up a huge can of worms when it came to video games. You got Super Mario Brothers, Zelda came out.
Still popular games to this day.
Yeah, to this day. I mean, how many fucking versions of Super Mario there?
Super Mario. I mean, Mario was my first one, but like I remember when, like, because we used to play Duck Hunt, Donkey Kong, Zelda, Donkey Kong, I believe. But dude, when we got our Super Nintendo and it was Super Mario Brothers and Mario Kart, game over. I was like, fuck school. I don't need any education. I need to beat this Mario Kart level.
Well, for us, when this came out, I was already a junior in high school. So when this came out, the game that we wanted that was on here was Techno Ball, was football. And the football, dude, the battles, the fights dude, I'm not kidding you. The literal fights we used to have at this game because someone would try to run the quarter down or do something stupid and you never got the ball. They would run around in a circle, like the Family Guy episode with Bo Jackson. You could literally
shout out Bo Jackson.
You could literally run from end zone to end zone without scoring a touchdown and never be tackled if you had Bo Jackson. So you could literally run out the quarter and then just before the quarter's over, score the touchdown. And not give the other person a chance to fucking score. That's how the fights that we would have. And it was it's hilarious because one of the rules were you couldn't have the Raiders.
Why was that?
Because he was on the Raiders.
Got you. Raiders.
So we would fight. Like, you can't have the Raiders. You got to pick a fucking different team. You can't have the Raiders because you can't have Bo Jackson because it's not fair. You can't tackle him. Dude, and it just the fights. I just remember the fights in the living room just beating the shit out of each other because of that fucking game. And thank you, Nintendo. Thank you for the greatest childhood of my teenage years. Teenage years of my life.
Appreciate you, Nintendo. Definitely always sponsor us, my boy.
Julian, did you get a chance to actually and I mean you can see the evolution of the controllers. You can see how far the controllers have come today to compare to what you got as far. I mean, you've seen the first one, right?
Hey, first of all,
you go back to the first controller.
Julian, have you ever had a controller that wasn't wireless?
Yeah, exactly.
No, the very first PlayStations were wired. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they were wired. Yeah.
And the GameCube, stuff like that.
I mean, this is the controller that came with the original, the grandfather of the home consoles, and you can see the evolution.
One where you turn the knobs. Where are the controllers on that?
They were just a joystick with one button.
Okay. Oh yeah, I remember.
And they broke. They broke so bad. They were because you were just sitting there just tweaking the shit out of that fucking controller.
Fucking rocking that joystick.
Yeah, you're rocking. And where you got this?
Yeah, that's what Art does at home.
We would have to blow the cup.
Yeah, you had to blow on the cartridge and lick it and all kinds of stuff.
I've never licked it. You're a wild man, dude.
Yeah, we would lick it, and we thought that the saliva would help the connection.
You said lick it and
Contra,
stick it,
dude. Mallory Gates Contra was my fucking
Contra?
game, bro. I didn't know there was cheat codes on there for real.
Yeah, you fucking did. You had the magazine.
No, I didn't. I honestly never started cheat codes till GTA.
Okay, sure.
I never knew. Does Mario have cheat codes? I don't know. I knew Mario. You had to like really like try to go down every pipe. That's what she said. Or like, you know,
gotta go down that pipe.
Every time there was a pipe, you had to try to figure it out. Or every
sounded like advice my grandma gave me.
but Contra was my fucking game, dude. I love that shit. That was Contra was like my first version of Call of Duty.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, like I said, I grew up with this one. This was one of those. Again, this came out my junior year, so I remember this very, very well. I haven't. I look. I cannot go on without telling my Atari 2600 story. Okay. And we are me, my brothers, and Troy, and Stanley, and Brett.
Shout out Stanley.
Yeah,
Troy,
dude, I miss those guys. I wish
you guys,
I wish we were still hanging out at the garage drinking Mickey's Big Mouth.
Yeah,
and Mom not knowing.
You're doing good in life. Like,
yeah,
shout out to
I
you.
don't know if they're still alive. Half of them are dead. We got this. We loved going to the arcade. The arcade back in the day here was on the Stanford and Tully in the Raleigh Shopping Center, and that's where we went to play video games.
So where El Roselle is.
El Roselle is.
How much was each video game that you played? How much was it?
25 cents, and you got 5 tokens for $1.
Yeah, dude, hell yeah.
And he had nachos, and he had like really nasty fucking hot dogs, and who knows how long those hot dogs were sitting there on the burner.
But you would get a hot dog.
They still tasted amazing.
You just put some nacho cheese on there, you're good.
And the best part of it was it's just you can tell the difference in generations of the arcade experiences that like I had compared to what maybe what you that Art had and you had. Yeah. But like the guy that we knew the guy that owned it. He was there every day. He was a very nice gentleman. I can't remember his name. I wish I could. But every mom had the phone number to the arcade. My mom would call like at 4:45 and tell us, hey, it's dinner's coming. You got to get your ass home. And we would, he would pick up the phone and he would yell, hey, Truncali boys, your mom, Grace, is on the line. It's time to come home to eat dinner. And, we'd grab our bikes and ride our bikes home. But the funny story was me, Brett, Troy, my brother Pino, Philip, Stanley, we decided that we wanted that same experience of the video game machine, the whole console thing. So what we did is we got some plywood from my dad, we went back to the arcade that day, and we got newspapers, and we taped them all together, and we traced out the arcade game, the shape of it.
Yeah.
So we did that. We came back home. We traced that on the plywood, and we built a arcade machine. What we did is we stuck a regular TV in there, and then we had the joystick was inside the wood, so it looked like you were playing actually at the arcade.
Yeah, the arcade, yeah.
And it was just amazing. We had the Atari 2600 in there. You stuck the game in there. You could still see the TV. You sat down like on a bar stool, and it was in this garage right here. And
fuck, man.
It was just those are the fond memories I have of video games, and like I can't think of other than this game here. This console that we actually started fighting each other. But yeah, this is the game that started the fights. But yeah, we built this whole fucking arcade, assembly in our house with a TV in it and everything. We had a little bar stool you sat on. Everybody took turns. You pretend like you put a fucking quarter in it. The whole 9 yards. Yeah.
Hey, that's what I love about being here, man. There's just like so much history in this house, too.
Yeah. And Ghost.
Oh, either way, dude, the Ghost is cool, bro.
All right, you guys ready for number 2? I don't know. I think you guys may have played this one.
Oh, that's a Sega Genesis.
Sega Genesis. Yes.
Shout out Sonic and fucking Knuckles, bro.
Knuckles, baby, Knuckles.
That was my nickname in high school. But look,
in 1980, this, and let's give this machine some credit. This is the machine that introduced us to a little bit better graphics, 16-bit graphics. Yeah, we started to make that move into a better detailed video game. Come on, Sonic Hedgehog. Right?
Yeah, Sonic, bro.
Sonic.
I speaking like I was talking about with my cousin's boyfriend or whatever. I remember he brought fucking Spider-Man, dude, and you guys know I'm a Spider-Man fan.
Yeah.
He brought the Spider-Man game, and we fucking played that shit all weekend. We never beat it because he had to take it back to the store. But
that was a good day. So remember Blockbuster, you were able to rent games at Blockbuster and then take them home, so you could actually play a video game before you decided to buy it.
Julian, Blockbuster was a store that used to.
No, I've been in Blockbuster. I've been in Blockbuster, right? All right, guy. There was.
Okay, sorry for those who don't know. I mean, I would have told that joke to Hunter, but he's not here.
Yeah. So Blockbuster didn't have the red room either. They didn't have a red room.
No, it was all about Video King. If you wanted the red room, shout out Video King.
Video King.
Yeah, McHenry and Rumble. It's a smoke shop now, but you know what?
Yeah.
Video King used to have that was a spot, bro. Shout out to that dude who worked there.
Yeah, dude, I remember that place. This is the console that kind of, this was the same thing. I think we still were licking the cartridge to put it in there if it didn't work.
Dude, I've never licked the cartridge.
We blew on it, licked it. Yeah. We did all kind of. And again, Julian, one fucking controller.
But the rest of them came with two. This is the first one that had one.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Except for I think the second console, the one that Donkey Kong.
China thought maybe we didn't have friends.
No, first of all, don't even try to blame my country on this. Look, I'm just saying, Nintendo, they showed you the two controllers. I don't know if it came with two controllers, but you had to buy for sure the gun.
Yes.
If you didn't have the Nintendo gun and you couldn't play Duck Hunt, who the fuck are you? We're not going to your house. You know what I mean? You don't got the gun, bro.
You got the gun, dude. You got the gun. No.
Yeah, you don't got Duck Hunt, man. Fuck out of here. We're going to go over to Johnny's house.
Yeah. Tell your mom to stop buying the good meat and buy the cheap meat so you can. Yeah, this was again. This is 1989.
I don't think I had this one particular. I might have had the generation after this, but
the one after this was the DVD disc.
Oh no, then I did have this one.
Yeah.
Because the controller looks familiar, but the console part doesn't really.
I feel like it's one controller is terrible.
As far
one controller, I mean, if you're on a budget player. You know what I mean? Buy that other controller next paycheck.
But everybody had friends, dude. We all had friends.
Hey, you know what? They're not fucking coming over till I get paid again. And
wait, okay. Question. So there is a port right there, so you could plug in a second controller.
Yeah, you could. It just didn't come with it. It just didn't come with it.
They suck for only giving you one controller, but the fact that you can have two, I thought you could only have one. I will say that
two. You just had to buy the motherfucker, dude. You had, your parents were like, "Hey, this already cost us, 4 weeks' salary here."
And do we know how much the controller costed?
I'm going to say the controller. I'll give you a rough estimate here. Let's see here.
Probably like $20.
So let's see what Mallory got.
All right, let's see. This was what year did I say this was?
The mid 80s game.
1989, correct? 1989.
Never played Dragon.
Yeah, 1989. So here we go. I'll do this. The cost of an extra controller on the Sega.
Oh, Beast Wars. That was the game that I fucking loved on Sega Genesis. Was Beast Wars. If you guys don't know what that is, you're just a buff dude who's punching somebody as the fucking screen moves. You're punching like zombies, and then you'd eventually get something that would make you turn into. Oh yeah, it was Altered Beast. Thank you, man. Altered Beast. Yeah, and then you turn into like a werewolf, and then you just kept punching zombies.
Well, I didn't even mention. I'm going to go back because thank you for that. Because
thank you, Mallory.
I got to go back to this. Come on, everybody knows Punch Out. And
Mike Tyson! Oh fuck yeah, dude!
On this fucking console, ruined me, dude.
Was it called Mike Tyson's Punch Out, or was it
Mike Tyson's Punch Out?
But you look like Rocky Balboa. Yeah. That was your character. Yeah,
you had to know the cheats, of course. You had the cheat code, so you know you had to when you had to go left and when you go right, when to punch, when not to punch.
Didn't this guy just talk about fucking talking shit about cheating.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
like,
do
I don't
it. I
cheat.
actually beat the game, and I was very happy that I beat the game.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. That was
Mike Tyson's Punch Out was the
Punch
game.
Out. I almost forgot about that game. Yeah. So let's see here.
that
I had to
game
go
was
back.
awesome, bro. That game was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So was Altered Beast. Thank you, Mallory. I would have totally I fucked up that name. I just called it like Beast Wars or some shit.
Beast Wars.
But that was, man, I don't know why I loved that game so much. And Sonic. Sonic was the game. I'm trying to go back to my, and repair my damaged brain, but I can't think of any other Sega.
Hey,
Sega
just for
games
shits and giggles, the Sega released 2 add-ons to increase the Genesis capabilities, and this was the extra thing that you can start playing CDs on it too. It was kind of cool.
Oh,
and
how much were CDs back in the day, John?
Oh, they were expensive. When they first came $20. $16, $19.99. Sega sold. See, this is impressive because they actually sold 800,000 consoles. So that's a pretty good bite. That's pretty good. Now the next one. Come on, guys.
That's my motherfucking. That shit ruined my life. That's when I started ditching school.
And another one controller.
1991.
Another one controller.
Again, one controller. The 1991 Sega Nintendo SNES improved graphics, legendary titles like Super Mario World and Street Fighter 2.
And I still shout out Mallory, dude. I still play MK. Mortal Kombat. I grew up with Street Fighter, but Mortal Kombat was just always a funner game to me.
All right, let me hit the youngster, Mr. Julian there, Cast a Couch phenomenon. You look at this controller and the controller you have today.
Hey, mind you, that controller was like this. Huh?
Yeah, it was small, dude. It was
like the size of a bagel.
Yeah, it was small. Do you feel like okay, let me put it this way. I played with both of these controllers.
I bet you did.
I played with both, baby. Both balls. And I am going to say, here we go. These controllers lasted a lot longer than the controllers that are coming out today.
I never had to blow on a Super NES game.
Yeah.
Never.
The controllers today.
But I think that has to do with, again, they just got smarter to like want you to have to buy another controller like within a couple years.
I do believe that. I think so, that the things aren't made to last like they were back in those days. But I think the intensity of the games changed where it was, you were really pushing buttons.
They weren't like, oh, you're going to be gaming for fucking 18 hours straight.
That. And also that, like maybe back then those games, you had to push the A button a few times, or now it's just like you have to do a series of buttons to actually do a certain move, So I think, I don't know. How do you feel about that, Julian?
Like this controller compared to the last one?
Yeah. I think they're more demanding today than they were back then, correct?
Yeah, like you definitely have to be able to get a lot more wear and tear out of your controller. Like I feel like people are doing more like you're gaming for longer. There's people that just stay inside and play video games all day.
Yeah, I've definitely been hitting it.
Yeah. Mom, I need another piece of meatloaf.
But I will say I do prefer the controllers now. I mean, obviously I use a mouse and keyboard because I play computer games.
No idea. I think that controller was
it was a brick. It wasn't a brick, but it was built to last, bro. Me and my brother fucking have scrapped over that controller.
Yeah.
The cord didn't rip or nothing. But you can actually save your progress. Because in the Sega, you had
that little
memory card or some shit. I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, that was big. See, again, I grew up. You had the luxury of having these newer and more improved controllers. But I'm thinking of arts like me, where They started introducing vibration to the thing, so you felt like you knew you were shooting someone, and all these things that were added to it. It was like
My favorite was the vibration.
It's just
Shout out to the vibrate, because you could just tuck that shit in your balls while you're fucking
I
packing
knew
one
he
up,
was
and
gonna
then
go
you're
there.
getting like
I knew he was
you're
gonna
getting shot up, and
shoot
you're
me
like,
again.
"Ooh,
Shoot me again. Shoot me
packing this
again.
bowl, baby."
Yeah, shoot me again. Why is that guy just standing there?
Let me tell you something, dude. I don't know what's gonna be next. Oh, yeah. But anyways, just the evolution of not having a cord.
Exactly.
Not having a cord hook. Because, dude, how many times would your friend either walk across the room and unplug you, or your friend would fucking, like, and then like unplug you on purpose so that way you could fucking lose the game?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that was the thing too. That's when, like, for me, Mallory, that's you bring up this great point. But
you were a PC gamer, huh?
Yeah, I love PCs. I started with
shit.
PCs, and before we even had the Atari, it was just for me. I loved at that time. I loved reading what I was going to do, so everything was kind of like, okay, Oregon Trail. I mean, that was a game where you
Shout
made
out Oregon
decisions.
Trail. Yeah.
It's like, do I go up the mountain? Do I not go up the mountain? Do I get food? Do I not get food? So it was just this, yeah. What was I going to say? You made me forget, you fucking bastard. Shots. That's you good poor shots for making me forget. The fucking host forgetting what he was going to say.
We were talking about wireless controllers.
Wire. Yeah, I just like the evolution of the controller and what I seen today, and like I look at them, they're not cheap. I was really surprised by the price point of some of the controllers. I mean, they can get up to
at least 50, huh?
Yeah, I've seen some at $70.
God damn.
Dude, and it's just, I get it. I mean, things have changed. Everything has changed. The price of the console has changed. The titles, how you get, just the fact that you don't get a physical disc anymore. It's just
shit's sad.
For me, it's just weird because now it's like you almost, and Julian, maybe you understand this more than me and then Art does, but and now it's coming down to which version of the console you get. Do I get a 520 megabyte hard drive? Do I get the 1 terabyte? Do I get the 2 terabyte? And it's almost at the point where you have to start to really think of the games that you're playing and you're downloading, because those games are huge. And how much space you have is crucial.
That's why I put 4 terabytes.
That X-Wing TIE Fighter game, was that the poster you gave me?
No, no, that was the first movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it might have been.
That sounds familiar, dude. That's
awesome, a great. Awesome game. We made we made the cover for that. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. That was shit. Thank you. That was an awesome game.
Yeah.
Framed up.
What you get where I'm going with it, Julian?
Yeah, it's not physical media anymore.
Yeah, you're not getting, and it's how important it is deciding on the console. And I find that funny that you have all these different versions that you have to choose from. And they're not, each one of them isn't about the quality, but actually storage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you have to like kind of cycle through your games, like delete them and download them, especially on like consoles. I'll say like you can get external hard drives, and they are pretty cheap now. Like SSDs are like for a terabyte or 2 aren't that expensive.
But I mean,
I always get a lot of memory on my stuff, so like I could download. I have 4 terabytes, so I can download any game and be fine.
I'm honestly debating in my head right now, like what was better, because if you think about okay, Skull, salute, hell yeah, shout out to all the moms.
I do miss digital media though, in the sense of like having like the disc and stuff.
Yeah,
that was always really cool. But
no, yeah, go
ahead. Like I do appreciate just being able to buy. I think like one of my favorite series that I played is Kingdom Hearts, and I have the disc for those. And Kingdom Hearts 4 came out, a couple years ago, and I have the physical disc for that and everything.
Yeah. Well, and let me. This is the other thing that kind of bothers me, and I get it. Okay, look, I get it. It's corporate America. It's fucking capitalism. I get all this stuff, and hey, get what you can get. I'm all for that stuff. But like going from console to console, and then realizing like the games that you had for Xbox 360 won't play on this newer Xbox, and
that fucking sucks.
I didn't like that. I thought that was one of the things. I think that and I'm going to blame Microsoft for this, because I think that's something Microsoft should have said.
Get you outside.
Hey, you know what? You should, no matter if you have a 2025 version of the Xbox, you should still be able to play the games that you had on Xbox 360.
Facts.
The Ring of Death.
The Ring of Death, man. That shit.
John has the Ring of Death.
Yeah. Do you get where I'm going? Do you feel the same way that like you have this?
Stop sending me that emoji,
please. But do you get what I'm saying? Because you let's say someone in my age, if I would have been a gamer, think of the library that I would had right now. And then all of a sudden now I'm finding out that everything is online, and everything that I have doesn't no longer work on the newer machine.
Well, that's why you got to keep those old consoles.
You do, but I mean, they're not made to last 30 years, though.
That's the thing that I was going to say, that it's a trip, because just even the evolution of the point of not even physically owning the game, but like we were saying with this, it was the first time you were able to save your game.
Mm-hmm.
With those previous games, you started at level 1 every time.
You remember when that fucking dick would shut it off when you're getting ready to beat a record, dude, or you're getting ready to beat them and they shut off the fucking game, dude? Dude, that was a brawl. That was a brawl at our house.
No. I've never seen any dick. Nobody
did that dick move to you, dude?
No, nobody showed me their dick move. But anyways.
Hey, dick.
You've had that before.
Like, shut up,
his
Julian.
face. He's gotten slapped by dick before. I'm sure he has.
I would just say, like, the even being able to start at level 1 and having to work your way.
Oh yeah, exactly.
You once you pass that level, at least that's how it was for me. Once I passed that level, dude, I never came back to it. Once I was able to save my game, and I think that's something that has to do with like your mentality in life. Like, like however many times you gotta pick yourself up. You know what I mean? Not to make it fucking deep, but even with video games back then, no matter how far you got the night before, you went to school, you came back, you had to start at level 1.
You left the fucker on. You left the TV on.
Yo, that's crazy, bro. But then you
have done that. Dude.
So to that point of like you're saying, not even having like the physical media, I honestly forgot how I was going to connect all the two because I'm hella drunk right now. But like, it's just something about it, dude. Like tangible to the fucking game that we have.
Yeah,
like it's just out. Confucius said that.
But yeah, you're right. Exactly.
We don't even physically have it. It's not ours. The last thing I did was having a monthly subscription to a Game Pass, and yes, I had access to all these games, but I never owned them.
You never owned them. Yeah.
Right now I have, Apple Music. I have a library of music, but I do not own them.
Yeah.
Unless I pay them, $10, $15 a month.
I do.
So I got
all my CDs.
Right. Yeah. That's why I started collecting vinyl, man, because it was like, not to get all. Yeah. We took those shots already. Oh, look, not to get all crazy, but it's like,
you want another shot
one day. We're not going to be able to have Seinfeld. What the fuck? Like one day we're not going to possibly have the resources to go online.
Women are next. You're not going to own them. It'll just be a license agreement.
That's crazy.
No, I'm kidding.
That's why like physical media and all that stuff, like ownership, knowing how to fucking pick up from where you started, or I mean like have to go back to square one. All that stuff is like, I guess in a sense, a metaphor of like how stronger you are and then like how you deal with things mentally, or it has something to do with it. I had a point like 15 minutes ago before I started talking, but
you're almost there.
Let him go.
Hey, you know what? The fuck? I mean, internet. I'm trying to go on this rant.
You know what happened to his mind, Julian? It blew up.
Yeah, the shots are
I
hitting.
get where you're going with
Yeah,
it.
there was the thing that I was going to, but I'm not gonna lie, I lost.
Because I know exactly what you're talking about, because you're that generation that kind of had both worlds.
Yeah,
You know, you're the first. For me, everything was the physical,
like,
having the physical game.
This guy built an arcade out of wood in this fucking house that was probably built by somebody. You know what I mean?
No, it was us. It was us.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean, dude.
With supervision from my dad, because we're using the jigsaw. He thought we were going to cut our fingers off.
At this point now, we just fucking download a game. We don't wait. We don't wait online. In the line. We don't.
Yeah.
We don't own it physically. It's something that has to do with like our society. And I'm sorry I got to this point and can't close it, but it's like
you can't close. That's what she said,
dude. Like, you're even like telling me about how you and your friends like used to fight. Like, people play. Julian, you could back me up on this. People play online now.
Yeah.
You don't even have your homie right next to you.
Don't get me about online.
But you're over the headset though. You're still talking to them
online.
Nah, fam, it ain't the same. I know what you mean. You have the headset on, you're talking. You could even be fucking FaceTiming your boy, but it ain't the same when they're sitting right next to you, bro.
It's not the same.
It's the same thing as what I mean by not having the physical copy. You just download that shit. That's fucking.
I don't know. To see their face while you're just fucking kicking their ass, on Mortal Kombat.
I was saying, bro, how many times has your friend, like he was saying, dude, they turn off the console on you when you're about to like or unplug the controller because you're about to kick their ass? How many times have you had that moment, dude?
Well, I'm saying that's why we're most likely playing like a multiplayer game. The only person that would do that to me is like my sister to be a bitch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. But it brings these like core memories. Dude, shout out Ray. I hope Ray was here, but he talks about him and his boys like fucking playing, like physically playing games together, and that shit's awesome, bro. Like, keep that shit alive. Keep going to your homie's house and playing that game, no matter what. You could play it online or at your house or whatever. Like, make a day of it, make a weekend of it, whatever, dude. Like, go out there and like
shots.
Hell yeah.
No, not now. No. Let's get into the next one. The 1994 Sony PlayStation pushed CD-ROM gaming to 3D graphics and franchises like Final Fantasy. What's that? It was 5, 6, 7. Gran Turismo, which was a great fucking game. Gran Turismo was a fucking great car driving game. It was one of my favorite games. I remember playing it. I loved that game. I loved that game so much that I bought it for the PC. And I played it on the PC. And I actually, you ready? It took like 2 weeks of begging my wife to let me buy this stupid thing. But I had to buy the steering wheel and the pedals. I had to have the steering wheel and the pedals, dude.
Oh, yeah. John's the man, dude.
You had to have everything.
John.
And I mean, that, that for me was the evolution of video games.
Were you truck driving at the time, or?
Huh? I was married. I was already
No, I'm saying, were you truck driving at the time?
Yeah, I was driving.
So you wanted to go home and drive some more?
Dude. I like, it blew my mind away because the PlayStation changed everything for me. It changed the graphics, not just the quality of the games that you were getting, but just the experience altogether of what I was doing. Being able to feel like I was actually in that Ferrari 454,
and the graphics are just
the graphics
at the time,
and like, dude, there's no way I was going to get in the Ferrari and crash it. Like, I could crash a Ferrari on a fucking video game. I could care less, dude. I could ram the fucking police car. I can do all these things, dude. And for me, when I saw that steering wheel come out and the gas pedals, I was like, dude, I gotta have this.
Damn.
I gotta fucking have this. And she's like, why do you need it? Can't you just do it on the controller? I said, yeah, you could do it on the controller, but it's not like driving the fuck. You felt like, for me, I felt like I was behind the wheel of that Ferrari, or I was behind the wheel of that sports car.
Yeah.
Because the steering wheel vibrated when you went over, bumps and stuff. You had that physical feeling of stepping on the throttle and the brake, just all that stuff. So for me, and it's sad for me because like, that's like, after this one came out, of course there's the Nintendo 64, which changed everything for everybody.
No, I think did GameCube come out before this? I mean, after this, or the 64?
Yeah, 1994. This is 1994.
You know what though?
And then right after this came out the Nintendo 64.
94.
It changed everything.
It's crazy to think about, but yeah, this is the reason why I dropped out of high school.
Yeah, this changed everything for me and the way
Tony Hawk Pro Skater and
Tony
GTA.
Hawk.
That's my high school because.
And again, I guess it depends on like who you were hanging out with. Yeah. But we were sports guys, so the football
Madden,
game, the Madden, all the games that came out. Dude, I can't tell you how many fucking nights I stayed up till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And then washing my face because I worked in Pleasanton too at the time. So I had to fucking drive to Pleasanton like fucking half awake because I stayed up all night playing fucking Madden or playing football with my buddies. You know, like my wife would come out and she's like, dude, everybody's got to go home. these people need to go home. And I had like my buddy Troy that was just, he was in my kitchen. He's ganked out, dude, scrubbing my fucking tile. Scrubbing my tile with the toothbrush, her toothbrush, which wasn't a good thing, because he was all gacked out, dude. So like fucking dude, this one right here changed everything.
Sony, you fucking ruined a lot of lives, dude. Like, you really did.
They did. Yeah. And again, this is like is the same era of me kind of moving out and having my own place. So not having someone sit. Well, I had her, but
I know what you mean.
Not having that person chewing you out because you're playing too fucking long, or you spending too much time on the fucking PlayStation or whatever.
Your wife never hit you with the "Hey, you're playing too long."
Yeah, and then I just go in there and my daughter here. No, she's not.
No.
Talk ill of their mom.
I don't know if you're asking me that question, but no, my wife's never hit me with. I don't play games that long. Like I'm very hour max.
Yeah. There was and there's the big boy.
I've never had this console, but I've played it.
Julian.
I had one when I was younger, yeah.
Dude, this controller to me was so fucking weird.
Yeah,
it was just weird.
It was wonky.
Yeah, it was like just play with the middle part of it.
Yeah, it's just like I didn't get the middle part. I was like, why is this fucking coming out?
If you had 3 hands, it would be perfect.
Yeah, if you had 3 hands.
Shout out Becky. Hell yeah. I don't know what you said right now because I cannot read, but I think something Firefox or Fox Bandicoot was 64's game. I remember playing that. Oh no,
GoldenEye was big on Nintendo 64. Yeah,
Crash Bandicoot was the game, and GoldenEye. Yeah,
and now we could do four players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Becky, you bring up a great point. I think a lot of us in our age that's the reason we have carpal tunnels because of these fucking video games.
Hey, what's going on? Becky, shout out
Becky.
Shout out Becky.
Becky. Let me throw out, and of course, that's where I ended because
I almost brought my Switch so that way me and John could get down on some Mario Kart today. But
everything changed after Nintendo 64.
Yeah, dude, that was. I would say after Super Nintendo, but yeah, Nintendo 64 definitely was one of those leaps.
Yeah, it was the transition to the PlayStation 2, which was it was one of the best selling consoles of all time. You had GTA 3 on there, God of War.
Wait, hold on, for what? For Nintendo 64 or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
Oh yeah.
In 2000, the PlayStation 2 by Sony was the best selling console of all time, and that was the DVD playback. It had it had the massive library. It had GTA 3.
And you can play your CDs in it.
Yeah. So, and then here comes 2001. Who comes out in 2001? Microsoft.
Xbox, baby. Halo,
exactly. One of the.
Remember the old ping pong? Yeah, we talked about.
Yeah, we did. Becky, here, Becky. I'll bring you back. Becky, probably. I'm just for Becky. I'm going to go all the way back.
Oh. Anyways, yeah.
There it is, Becky. Becky, do you remember playing this one? Do you remember having this or seeing it in somebody's yard or not yard? Yard sale, probably a yard
No,
sale.
but yeah. So did you have friends who had this? What was it called? Commodore 66.
No, there was the Magnavox
Magnavox
Odyssey.
Odyssey.
Yeah, the
Do you remember
Magnavox
having the
Odyssey.
Magnavox Odyssey anywhere at your
The
friend's house?
It came out in 1972. Becky was like 10 years old.
And then we talked about the Atari. Oh my god, I never played it, but someone had it.
Snort.
Yeah. That's how it was back in the day. I mean, probably still now, but
yeah,
it was like maybe I didn't have the console, but my homie did.
Yeah.
Now everyone got a console.
Yeah, everything changed in 2000 with the PlayStation, and then Xbox comes out in 2001 with some Halo was just a game that really just kind of took off.
Halo, yeah, dude, fuck, man, that was talk about.
And then for you guys, 2001, the big one. The GameCube. The GameCube.
Yeah, I love the GameCube.
I never had one, but I've spent many nights playing it.
I had a GameCube.
And this is the thing I think
I've only had a Gamecast.
And let me ask you guys this, because we kind of kind of talked a little bit about it last night, Julian, about Nintendo's where their demographics are as far as when it comes to gaming. And I think you did say that they have a certain demographic, and it's pretty much the preteen, correct?
What?
Would you say the preteen
I was laughing at
is where Nintendo kind of lays their ground as far as the types of games that are coming out on?
Yeah, like younger, more kid friendly. Definitely
market friendly. You got the super. Do you? All right. Let me ask both of you two guys. Do you feel like, hey, enough with Super Mario? Enough with the Mario?
Nah, keep it going.
No.
Becky, I've never played D&D, even though I would be a fucking. Sorry, Sir Kizran. I would be a killer, like assassin in Games of Thrones.
Yeah.
I mean, like
there's a reason that Mario is so popular, and I think that it's just like a classic.
But I mean, what are we going on here? We're going on. Oh shit!
Dude, they've done Mario like. I think Mario will keep on going, bro.
Mario Brothers officially goes back to 1995.
Really? I thought it would be.
No, 1995 is when Super Mario comes out. Zelda.
But we're talking about Super Mario. There was Mario before that, before there was a Super part, right?
That the first console comes out in 1985. So yeah, there's probably Mario World.
I think it was even before there was a brother involved. I think it was just Mario.
Yeah, but the first console comes out. So you got to assume Mario comes out in 1985.
Mario was definitely being played in Nintendo.
Mario first appeared in the 1981 arcade game Donkey Kong.
In the arcade game. Yeah, arcade.
No, he was known as Jumpman.
I'm talking about the home console.
Shout out Julian, bro, with the Googles.
Yeah, that's the arcade, but I'm talking about like at home.
85 then?
85 is when it comes out on the home console machine. That, to me, okay, and I get it. Some titles, can last the these many years, but
yeah.
Do you feel like Julian? Do you feel like enough's enough with Mario with Nintendo? Like they should have come out with some other title that should have taken over. Because
no, I mean,
you got Mario Kart, you got Mario World, it's just so much just Mario. They living off that game.
But I think they created a brand. Like that's what Nintendo is known for, is that. And like even incorporating them into all their other games, like, you have Super Smash Bros. And stuff like that, and you're able to play as these characters, but they also add in other characters. So I think that they stick to what they know, they stick to their bread and butter, and I think that they're going to continue to make money doing it.
Yeah, why not break, a clock that's not broken or whatever. And like
they do put other games on it. Like they even have like now, like on the Switch, they have Fortnite and stuff on it. So it's like they do branch out.
Bro, Mario is one of those that they could always just kick around. And then even now, when I was younger, they came out with a Mario Brothers movie, which was live action, but
yeah, they milked that fucking Mario to the ends of earth. That's how I look at it. I mean, to me, I almost feel like I could be wrong here. Look, I'm not a big time gamer, but I feel like they've milked that Mario world and that Mario title to the point where eventually I think they have to realize that they have to come up with something else that's going to be part of the franchise.
And they before the main bad guy was Bowser, and then Bowser had like 12 kids, and It's the real, bro. It's the real shit. And like Toad's like not like a new character, but someone Yoshi came out in the 90s. They're just gonna keep on advancing.
Yeah, they're just gonna keep. But do you feel like both of you? Do you feel like where video games are today, that Mario still holds some sort of desire by the newer gamer to be something that they want to play? Do you feel like the 10, 12-year-old or let's go 15-year-old teenager
not a teenager,
has a
not
choice
a
of games? Do you feel like he's going to choose Mario over some of the other titles that are out there right now?
You'll have some, but I feel like the majority are going to be younger people or older people that have played Mario and grew up with Mario, you know? I think it depends on how like you feel about Mario.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you really like the game, but I feel like it's a little more younger audience.
Hey, Art,
I think what's the guy from Minecraft? Steve.
I
think Steve's the new Mario, bro.
Okay.
Right. Steve is definitely the new Mario. They could pump Minecraft for the next 20 years.
Yeah, I'm with you there. 2005, guess what came out? The Xbox 360.
2005 360. Hell yeah!
Online.
Wait, why did we miss the first Xbox? First Xbox came out.
We already talked about that. You were too drunk to remember that.
We did not, Julian. Did we talk about
the first? No, we didn't. Not the first Xbox.
All right. Let me go back. Really 2001 Xbox comes out. Yeah, we did because we talked about Halo. You piece of crap.
Oh yeah, we did. I'm drunk. My bad.
All right. 2005 Xbox 360 brick comes out. Xbox Live is introduced. HD graphics, and of course the game that I think was a big game too was Gears of War. It was a big game.
Gears of War was sick. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3.
I can't read a whole short story right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah.
Halo, all kinds of stuff.
Fucking whipped out the roster.
Yeah,
but yeah,
she did.
Xbox was Halo.
Halo Reach was
Halo
360 was Halo Reach.
And then 2006.
I think 360 was Call of Duty. If I'm not mistaken,
Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2.
Was the one, right?
I own that one. I own the physical copy of like the first 3. I think of no, I don't want no more.
No, you're gonna do because the Raiders lost yesterday.
The Raiders lost. You can drink. 2006, what comes out? The PlayStation 3, and now we're introduced to Blu-ray. People, we're introduced to the Blu-ray format. I think that changed a lot of things. You had Uncharted and The Last of Us were the 2 games that. I'm sorry. Yeah. That's right. 2006 PlayStation 3. Uncharted and the Last of Us were 2
Last
of the
of Us was a great game
games at the time. None of you guys were into the Final Fantasy shit, right?
No.
I played the either 1 and 2 or 2 and 3, and I also played Silent Hill, which reminded me of fantasy. But
now,
PlayStation 3, I'm checked out, bro. I don't know.
I'm not familiar with the game. Now, where's that game come into as far as what it was? It's not a first-person shooter. It's a fantasy role play, whatever the acronyms are for those fucking names.
What game are you talking about? Silent Hill?
No, Final Fantasy. So that's like a role. It's like multiplayer role playing. I know it has like a title for it.
Well, Final Fantasy has been around for a long time.
It's been around a long time. And
so I would say Last of Us was pretty much Sony's other like reincarnation of their game called not Reservoir. What the fuck is it called? Resident Evil.
Resident Evil, yeah.
So Resident Evil did its run, and then they started with Last of Us, which is a great game from what
I've heard. Great. It was amazing. The show was great too.
What did I do? I didn't do anything. I'm just.
You passed out for just a few seconds.
No, dude, I was thinking.
He was thinking.
Hey, yo, God of War.
Orange Cup. God of War. Good job, man. Yeah.
I heard that game in Red Dead you know what I'm talking about, Red Dead. But anyways,
Yeah.
I heard those games were sick. I never played them.
Yeah. 2006, the console that changed everything. It changed everything. It got you off the couch.
This is 2006.
It got you up. It got you moving around, except for Art's cousin who sat on the couch and played tennis. But it got you moving around. It had great titles. It had bowling. It had tennis. It had the Olympic stuff. The Art will someday learn not to cough into the microphone. One of these days. I mean, we're doing podcasts now for like a couple months.
Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
But what counts am I talking about there, Art?
The Nintendo Wii.
The Nintendo Wii brought in motion control revolution, casual gaming. Dude, the bowling, the darts, the Olympic trials, dude. That game finally got people up, right?
Yeah, shout out to fucking Nintendo Wii, bro. I fucking love y'all.
Julian, I think you better come over here and do the 2 fingers.
I'm having a seizure, bro.
You might need the 2 fingers.
No, but we even bought like my kids the Dance Dance
Revolution.
So that's why shout out to Nintendo Wii, bro. They wanted, you know, after decades of making people fat of sitting around playing Mario Brothers for the
Rock Band.
Oh, dude, Rock Band. Thank you, Rock Band.
Dude, I love the Guitar Hero, dude. I mean, I would push my kids out of the way to play Guitar Hero. And I was like, give it to me. And I would sit there and try to get, you know, and the kids were way better than I was. I mean, I couldn't move my fingers. But then I was already, you know, working, driving truck. And,
that's where it started.
So you were an adult who played video games.
Oh, I did. Yeah, my kids know. They'll tell you, dude. Dude, the funniest moment in my life. There's one thing that I like. Okay, I don't know if this has gone through your generations or not, but one of the things that I learned, like from my dad and then me as a dad, is you never lose to your kids. So you know that moment that happens, it's kind of like this sad feeling, but like. My son Frankie, who's a great kid. I love you, Frank.
Thank you for your
He's going to laugh when he hears this, but that first time he beat me on Madden.
Oh, on Madden? Yeah. You were pissed.
And he is dancing. He is jumping all over the room. He is just like ecstatic, dude. He's running up and down the streets that he beat me, you know. And I'm sitting there and it's like, dude, I just lost. On Madden to my son, dude. And I told myself, let's go outside and shoot some hoops.
I was going to say, did you dunk on him at least?
Yeah, fuck yeah. So, yeah, you know, so for me, that was like a big thing with the video. I loved video games, and I understood the importance of video games as a teenager. So, like I said, we built the fucking console in our garage. Dude. So for me,
shout out to John, bro.
Like
John's
I love video games, and I love the fact that my kids were playing them, and for me, I got to see the evolution of the video games through them.
Yeah.
You know, is seeing like, dude, I remember playing wrestling for the first time, WWE, and I was like, this is fucking amazing, dude. Did I know the moves? Those little fuckers knew the moves. They knew which buttons to, you know, get me in a figure 4 leg lock or to do something. They knew that they had to push this button, that button. I didn't know. You know, I was just like pushing every fucking button on the controller trying to do something. You know? But yeah, I loved it. And I loved the fact that like when Guitar Hero came out, I was like, this is fucking cool.
Yeah. You don't know none of these songs, you little fucking bastards. And he's all playing fucking Misfits. Jeez.
And what made it amazing was the fact that, and let's look at, I mean, I'm in my 30s now, right? So it's like, I still could play these games.
Yeah,
with my kids, and I thought that was cool, and I thought also for me, I thought it was cool that my kids thought it was cool that I was still playing these video games with them. You know, So for me, that was the Guitar Hero. We had I remembered like I had a big screen back then. I had a 100-inch screen back then with a projector, and one of my beefs was do not play fucking Guitar Hero on my fucking projector because it burned the bulb. Then your bulbs had maybe 10,000 or 12,000 hours of life. So if you're spending 6.5, 8 hours playing fucking Guitar Hero on my fucking projector, I'm pissed, you know. So, I would come home and these fuckers, I remember, because I used to come home at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, right? On the weekends, even. And I would walk in my front door and I have like 8 fucking teenagers laying on the floor. The game's still running. They're all passed out. Guitar Hero still fucking. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing, dude? Oh, sorry, Dad. I forgot to shut the projector off. I go, number one, you're not supposed to be playing the video games on the projector. So, yeah. So for me, I loved it. I love the fact that I could still kind of play those games with those kids. Were they better than me? Yeah, because they were physically quicker with their fingers than I was. But, playing the wrestling, playing Madden with the boys, playing basketball. The basketball games were just amazing. NBA back then, 2K was a fucking great game. It was a great game. So very realistic.
NBA Jam was mine.
Yeah. We're going to get into, look, we all know, like, this is your guys' stuff. 2013, you had the PlayStation 4, huge success with focus on streaming. This is when the streaming started,
Hey, Valerie's going to check out to go watch The Voice. Shout out to Valerie or to Becky, dude. I like The Voice.
Yeah. That's right. Guitar Hero.
Dude, Guitar Hero was a lot of great drunken nights with my friends. I when you were talking about it, I was just thinking about all those times where we just would drink and fucking play Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero, dude. And dude, if you had like everything,
oh yeah,
if you had the band version and you had the drums, you had the guitar, you had the microphone, dude. Dude, you want to talk about drunken nights?
Great times.
And then everything changed in 2010. Yeah, this is you guys. I mean, everything has changed. It's gone. The streaming starts to come into play. Yeah. You got titles like Spider-Man, God of War. You have a lot of titles that came out during that time. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. You got a lot of stuff that happens. But I'm going to be honest. And I know that you guys are much younger than me. I am, but. That first time I put on that VR set, I was blown away.
Yes,
I was absolutely blown away.
These, so Skull.
This is going to kill me right here.
VR is the shit, dude.
VR blew me away. And the first generation, I remember my best friend's son, Brandon, who had it, and I put it on, and I know it's first generation, so things have gotten better.
Yeah.
I took it off. I couldn't physically stand up.
Mm.
I was so disoriented from having that headset on and going through, and I think back then it was, you went through like a haunted house, which was freaky fucking enough.
Yeah, dude.
Here I am watching, I got VR on. Everything looks realistic. And then, he put me in this one scene where you're in an elevator and it's dropping.
Yeah, that sounds intense, bro.
Right. So I'm like, dude, I'm standing up and I physically had to sit down because my mind is playing tricks on me. It thinks I'm in that. My mind's telling me no. But my body. I know that song. And Julian, your first VR experience.
I've never tried VR.
You've never tried VR?
No.
Stop the cap, bro. I know you VR.
I swear, I've never had VR.
VR porn?
No, I've never seen any of that.
Dude, I need to. I don't know if it's gonna log into my My wife, shout out to Mrs. Prime.
Shout out to Miss Prime.
She brought me this Star Wars VR set where you hook up your phone.
Oh yeah, I remember those in the box. You made that box. Yeah,
you're literally just looking at your phone, bro. But at the same time, you see like it's just a training. It's just a Jedi training. It came with a headset and I
remember that
lightsaber hilt. And you would fucking play Yoda or Darth Maul. Like, it was fucking cool.
Yeah, bro. I remember that little kit that came in. I mean, But yeah, for me, that VR experience was absolutely. It was just. It was intense. It was. I seriously. I had to sit down. I felt so disoriented. And what I'm told now that the new ones don't do that to you, but the original first ones that came out, which was. Let me see.
Oculus, right?
Oculus,
Yeah.
Rift, THC, PlayStation VR pushed the immense virtual reality into gaming. So for me, that I get it. First generation, trying something, yeah, it's probably not. But dude, I felt I was really disoriented, and it wasn't just me because my buddy, but my best friend Bobby felt the same way, and we're the same age. He's about 2 years older than I am. We're year and a year. I'm sorry, Bobby, year and
like some change. Yeah.
And he felt very disoriented, like he really had to sit down, or he felt like he was going to fall down, like he was just going to collapse.
I actually felt that way with my buddy's 3D TV.
Yeah.
He was watching a Cowboys game, and I don't know if it was the Cowboys that made me want to throw up, but it made me queasy, and I had to sit down.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
2020. Okay, we're going to go into the 2020, the PlayStation 5, next generation. Ultra fast SSD hits the Demon, Souls, Spider-Man, Miles. Yeah, there's just so many.
I heard that Spider-Man game is sick. I want to play it so bad, but I don't got a PS.
All right, I'm going to go with Julian first here. If you had to choose between the two big boys, which one are you choosing? Are you
PlayStation or Xbox?
Or Xbox?
And
why?
PlayStation, because Kingdom Hearts is only on PlayStation.
It's funny because I feel you on that, because that's what made me decide on the PS5 was because GTA 3 was on the PlayStation.
It's funny how that works. It's that one title that just grabs you, whether it was Halo back in the days with Xbox, and the Halo wasn't available on the PlayStation, and it was just like if you wanted to play Halo, and everybody wanted to play Halo in the beginning.
Everybody wanted to play Halo,
and it was just like you had to have an Xbox,
Or, I guess Kingdom Hearts is on Xbox now, but I will say that PlayStation, I just had to get it because that's what I would play it on.
Right,
but I did have an Xbox as a kid.
We're tired of hearing about your Kingdom
I know. I know exactly. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Who's your character in Kingdom Hearts, Julian?
Sora's the main character, but that's the only character.
I thought you could pick like Goofy and shit. No.
They are like your teammates, but you don't play as them.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I never played the game, so I don't know.
And Julian, what happens in 2020, Julian?
In 2020, what comes out?
What happened? Hold on. What happened in South
Switch?
Park?
Is it the Switch?
No. There's something that changed the gaming market and the gaming experience
in 20 what?
Because of COVID. COVID kind of helped to push that along.
Twitch.
No.
Oh
no. You you download digital games.
That is correct. The online services boomed during 2020. Reshaping how players access games. We talked a little bit about this last night about the cost of a subscription on these platforms, and whether it's stream on the PC. Is stream available? Is that something that is also available on the consoles, or is that the same platform?
Yeah, you could get a game. They call it a Game Pass, but
it's Xbox and it's PlayStation's world.
Yeah.
It's not stream. It's Steam. I'm sorry. Steam.
Steam is like what you use to like. It's I could be wrong, but Steam is like where you're like watching somebody play a video game.
No, Steam. No. Steam is where you buy like video games for the computer. Like it's
I'm thinking of Twitch.
So that's not something. Steam is not something that's available on the Xbox
Julian,
and PlayStation.
I'm so
correct?
fucking hammered right now.
I know I'm like kind of dating my age here, but Steam is not available to the consoles, correct?
Steam?
No, I don't believe so. No.
Okay. All right. That makes sense.
They have their own marketplaces. Steam is the marketplace like for like PC games, basically.
All right. Let's get into some questions here.
Go to work tomorrow.
We will start with Mr. The Casting Couch guy. What do you consider was the first true video game and why?
Wait, what did you say?
What do you consider the very first video game and why?
The wait.
What do you
very first
consider
video
the
game.
first
It's first
video?
true video game.
Because he's just asking you because you're younger.
Yeah, because look, there's going to be different between you and Art and myself.
Well,
what
like,
game for
talking about
you?
all the games, but if we're talking about like just a game that's like
in
mine.
your early days, what was the first true video game for yourself?
Okay, that's why I'm saying Kingdom Hearts. That's my favorite one. Yeah,
Kingdom Hearts.
That's the first game that I played on like
for your for your generation. People need to realize that Julian is 25, so he's going to have a different aspect of what he considers to be his first true video game for himself. How about yourself?
My first video game was Mario. Mario.
Now, do you find that to be the first true video game for yourself?
Yeah, you know, my aunt showed it to me, and I was fucking blown away. And not Super Mario, like literally
the original Mario. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. For me, it wasn't. It was. I'm going to say only. I want to say Pac-Man, but unfortunately, I can't say Pac-Man because we played Pac-Man at the arcade before I played it on the actual Atari.
And that's what I mean. When you said video game, I took it to Mario. But when we're going to arcade, if you want to ask that, then
that's different.
It's different. That's I really fucked with this game called Rampage.
I remember Rampage.
It'd either be like a King Kong or a Godzilla, but you would just fuck up buildings, bro, and that shit was cool. It was like you're, you know, I guess for you youngsters out there, Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
Just because you're a bad guy doesn't make you a bad guy.
I'm going to say like the first game that really kind of blew me away. And I want to say a sports game, but I don't want to say a sport. But I'm going to say it was probably Hedgehog.
Before Madden, I think the big football game was called Blitz.
Blitz and Techno Bowl.
Techno Bowl, yeah.
And this is kind of a fucked up question because I don't think Julian's never played Pong. Have you ever played Space Invaders?
I played Space Invaders. Yeah.
Okay. How do you think?
You ever, dude? How about this? When back in the day when cell phones not came out, but the
don't say Snake, dude.
Yeah, dude. Snake was a video game, the first phone video game. We can't pass Snake. Who the fuck? Hey, yo, I'm seeing how many fucking people are looking right now.
Dude, right now.
You all need to fucking type Snake on the shit because you know what? We all played
on the
Snake.
Nokia.
Yeah, on the Nokia.
I can tell you how many doctor's visits I was sitting in the waiting room playing fucking Snake on my Nokia.
I've never played it in any console. I've only played it on my Nokia, and that is like that to me was the very first like, oh shit, these phones are going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Because before it was unlimited nights and weekends.
Yeah.
So that's when you got to text and talk to your people's.
Hold on, dude. Hold on. I'm playing Snake.
Snake was my fucking game, dude.
All right. This is kind of a tough question, but I'll start with Art. How important was the jump from 2D to 3D graphics in the 90s for you?
Yo, talk about like that blew my mind, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm definitely I don't think Julian's ever had 2D, but do you remember?
Yeah, it's all been 3D.
Yeah, like Mario had the motocross. Is that the game?
Yeah.
Okay, so we used to play motocross back in the day. And then when I got my own, Xbox, we used to play this like snowboarding game, and I kind of compared it to
I remember the snowboarding game.
And I'm like, I remember thinking there like, fuck, bro, I remember playing motocross.
You know what's so funny is
and now we're playing this.
Yeah, you know what's funny, Julian? It's just like when Art talks about games, it's like for me, it's like a flashback to my kids because
Yeah.
you are a millennial. My kids are
Yeah,
millennials, so
man. It's
like the
fuck,
games
yeah.
that you grew up with, I remember buying for my kids and remember them playing it. So like when you talk about it, like the snowboarding game was big, dude.
Yeah, I forgot the name of it.
The Tony Hawk game was big, dude. WWE was big,
Man,
dude.
Tony Hawk, shout out, I love you, Tony Hawk. Thank you for all you've done to the
Fuck
skate
you,
community.
Tony Hawks. Quit going
But-
driving around in your car giving free skateboards out.
Your game ruined my life because I had to drop out of high school because I had to fucking be the best at Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1.
Oh God.
Hey, you were a pro skater.
Yeah,
pro
dude,
skater.
that was one of those man.
All right, Julian, this one's for you.
Yeah.
Do you think online multiplayer games changed the industry more than 3D graphics?
Yes.
Yeah. Why?
I think being able to connect with your friends from like
you could play with a
wherever,
friend
and
in
you could
Vietnam.
meet people, in Art's home country of Vietnam, and where his mom's from Korea.
Yeah.
You know, you could you can meet tons of people.
Uh-huh.
I've made friends in different continents, and I've met some of these online friends in real life, and made
awesome.
actual genuine connections.
And
So,
Mallory's spot on, dude. That's the name of the game right there. SSX Tricky.
Hell yeah. But yeah, back to your shout out, Mallory. That's the game.
Yeah,
Back to your point, man. We connect with all these people that whether they're next door or another state, another country over. It's awesome.
I thought that was awesome until like I had to stop. Look, I love the game, the soccer game with the cars. What is that called? RC. What's the name?
You said a soccer game with.
It's soccer with cars.
Oh.
I can't remember the name of the game right now. God damn it.
Rocket League?
Rocket League. I'm sorry. Thank you, Julian. I had to stop playing because I was really good at it. I was really, really good at it. And I had like 13-year-olds showing me out and cussing me out. And like the first time I turned
Be nicer when you're online. Quit calling me the N-word. That's
crazy. Dude. And
I'm not even the N-word, bro. Chill.
I finally had it with that game, and like I played the game. I got really good at it, and I said, oh, you know what? I kind of want to hear what everybody's saying while we're playing this game.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I didn't. Yeah, and I finally lost it. And I remember asking the kid, like he's like, "How old are you?" And I said, "Well, at the time I was 55. I'm 55." And he's like, "Dude, you're 55." Like they were shocked that I was playing this game at 55 and I was that good at it, And like they start cussing me out and fucking calling me names. And finally, I had like one kid. I asked him. I said, "How old's your mom?" And he's like, he tells me his mom. And he's like, "She's like 45 or 40." And I said, "She hot?" And that was it. He shut the thing. He shut his mic off. And I knew. Okay, it's time to make sure I don't turn on the.
I love shit talking. I love shit talking. I love the back and forth.
Yeah.
In my 20s, I was hanging out with my homie one night. He was shit talking, and I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was just enjoying life, watching him play some Call of Duty. I forgot which one. And then he was like, he was sitting right next to me. He was like, "I bet you're fucking like some stupid like 12-year-old virgin." I was cracking up like, bro, you're talking to some little kid right now. We're in our 20s,
That's when I felt weird. It's like, dude, I can't be cussing out a 12-year-old, dude. And you can hear his mom in the background yelling at him to put the game down. And I'm like, dude, all right. I was like, okay, I can't play this game no more. How do you think about the rise of mobile gaming compared to traditional console games?
That's what actually my homie was complaining about. Somebody was saying he had a modded joystick.
Yeah.
This fool was like,
be next.
Like, no, did you hear this shit? Like,
be next. Be next.
Dude, he had to prove to this 12-year-old like this is how fucking crazy it was.
Well, you can hear hear the fucking button. It's like
he's like, you hear this?
It's like, how the fuck are you?
That's my trigger finger, bro. Like I'm not modified.
How, dude?
I'm like,
that's how.
Art, hit me with that next. Hit me with that next.
Push that fucking button that fast, dude, homie. I know fucking how humans work, dude. That's virtually impossible, dude.
Hey, Mrs. Art is a lucky woman with that trigger figure, Art.
Yeah. All right, Julian. How do you think the rise of mobile gaming compared to traditional consoles for PC have changed?
Dude, I think there's a lot of really good mobile games. Like there's things like Clash of Clans that have been around for a long time. I think that mobile games are very fun.
Fucking Art's losing it.
No
more shots for Art.
I feel like they're more meant to get you like quick though, like be quick. Like you know what I mean? Like Clash of Clans, you could log in and do your thing and then get off and then hop on the next day.
I mean, I've kind of paid a little bit of attention to what's available like on the cell phones, and I think it's pretty cool that I mean they're in our hands all the time, right?
Yeah, dude, shout out Marvel Snap.
Yeah, I mean they're there.
On a chokehold right now.
Yeah, I mean I get it, you know, but do you feel like that is the future of gaming? Is the future of gaming on the mobile platform and not so much the consoles or in the streaming?
I think the console's still going to be there. I think that the mobile games are... I feel like it's like always the same ones that are really popular and stay popular for a long time. Like the games that people have been playing they've been playing for a long time. Yeah. I feel like honestly we haven't really gotten many good like crazy mobile games that have blown up in recent times. Like we have like Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, stuff like that, but those have been around for a long time.
Fuck with Clash of Clans, bro. That's my fucking game right there.
All right, let me ask Art, how have video games influenced pop culture in mainstream media?
Well, like I was saying earlier, if I could get my two brain cells to work.
Can you get them to work, yeah?
So, as far as social media, I'm seeing a lot more female gamers. I don't know how good they are, but you know, like they
easy.
I'm saying I've never really watched their video.
Yeah,
Mrs. Prime, I just scroll.
He loves you,
but I'm seeing a lot. I'm seeing a lot more females in general, whether they're good looking or showing a lot of skin. They game a lot. That I don't know if that's a niche. Or if that just happened because I understand like evolution of people just love gaming. Let me tell you, as someone who's grown up as a little kid playing video games, and now I have like, you know, I had the Nintendo, I had the Super Nintendo, I've had the Wii, and now I have the Switch. I still fuck with Nintendo. I still fuck with my like I was saying with Clash of Clans. It's always on my phone. Now Ray, shout out Ray. You got me and the Hunter.
Fuck Raider, Ray.
You guys Raiders. You guys got me into this Marvel Snap. I was just playing it while I was even here. It's kind of like Blackjack. It reminds me of Blackjack.
Yeah.
So I think for right now, as I stand as a 41-year-old man, I'm probably gonna. I look at it and I'm like, I'm probably gonna be gaming my whole life, whether it's through console. I haven't really messed with PC, but this little brick right here,
it's your PC.
It's gonna keep me gaming. It's gonna keep me gaming no matter what. Because we talked about Snake. I've been a Clash of Clans like gamer or member for like the past 10 years. Yeah. I still play that shit. Clash of Clans, not Clash Royale. Fuck y'all, Hunter, whatever the fuck. And like
Hunter.
I played Clash of Clans. It was Smurfville. Like Smurfville. And then like that's when Clash of Clans came out. I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'd rather have something other than just like farming something, but Candy Crush reminded me of Tetris.
Yeah.
So, you know, as long as you have those little games around,
would you say like the game that really kind of I for myself that really set the tone for the mobile device, Angry Birds.
Oh,
Angry Birds is a banger. a banger.
Dude, Angry Birds.
Would you agree with that? That's the game that really kind
Yeah.
of set the tone for the mobile game.
Other than I would say Angry Birds was my second.
Yeah.
And while people play Clash of Clans,
you're right. Like I don't know, is Angry Birds before Candy Crush or is Candy Crush before Angry Birds?
I think Candy Crush was before. I don't know, but I know there was a ripple of time where there was like either you were a Candy Crush,
Mallory, spot on.
or you
Pokemon
were
Go is
came
good.
A little after.
Oh, a Pokemon Go.
Yeah, that came a little after Candy Crush.
I'm not gonna call nobody a nerd or anything like that, but shout out to Pokemon Go to having like people meet up at places and just like talk to each other.
Okay, I'm gonna say something here about Pokemon Go because there's something way before Pokemon Go, and it's not a video game, but it's GPS tags. You know what I'm talking?
Yeah. That was cool. That was cool.
That's before Pokemon. I see where Pokemon stole the idea, and it was very cool. It's a very cool thing.
It got people out there talking to each other.
It got people out hiking. It got people out there trying to find these tags and then being able to mark them and save them on your phone that you found it. But it was very cool. But yeah, for me, like I did, like Candy Crush. I didn't get into it. I didn't get into Candy
Crush.
Yeah, I didn't get into Angry Birds, but I could see the addiction. I can see the addictions to Angry Birds.
I love Angry Birds.
I played hell Angry Birds.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Your generation and Art's generation, dude, grew up like with those. As far as the mobile platform,
yeah,
like that was the games. Like Bejeweled was another one.
That's the game I never played. Was Bejeweled.
Yeah, Bejeweled was the other one for me. How about for you, Art? Has video games influenced pop culture and mainstream media?
Well, with mainstream media,
you already answered it. Let Art.
Yeah, go ahead, Julian. Like I said, with these chicks, that's social media right there.
Yeah,
I would say, yeah. I mean, that's the only thing that's different. I'd say like Twitch. Like things like Twitch have become its own social media platform. Basically, you can message people. I mean, hell, like people have jobs out of it. Kick. I think that it added this new level of like the whole live and being interacting with like people that are playing games, like personalities and stuff. I think it really changed how people enjoy games. Like I think, I mean, hell, people will watch videos, and I'll watch videos of people playing games or people that are live.
Ninja,
yeah. People will live watch people play games and donate money to them because they enjoy their content. And you also have the people that'll just simply watch YouTube videos. So it's like, crazy that you think about that. You know, like people are watching.
Yeah, that's I had this debate with another friend of mine. Because
does that say witch poison on there?
Yeah, it's a certain buzzball. Oh, watch out.
Flavor.
Enzo, my friend was talking about that one time, and I was like, "Yo, it's the same thing as like, the Twitch streaming and being able to watch someone play and comment." I was like, "Remember how we used to do that back in the day? But we were all just in the same room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I kind of like." I guess like I don't hate on it because I'm part of that generation that did do that.
Hey, dumb dog. Fucking took off on my cord.
But now it's just we've evolved, bro. People aren't really.
That brings me to my next question for both of you guys. Do you think video games have helped or hurt social interaction?
Helped.
Julian?
Helped.
You think it's helped?
Yeah. Like, and I don't know if like it's so much like in real life social interaction. Do you think that there's people that it's easier for them to talk online, and those are people that have really bad social anxiety in real life? I do think it allows them an outlet to be social. But like I said, I've met real friends, like people that I've met in real life from video games, and I think if anything, it's helped me like talk to people. Like you learn how to have like social skills.
Well, you feel like like for me, like even like goes back to like MySpace and before Facebook and all these other things where you kind of the world got a little smaller.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that now you had the ability to actually become friends with someone in Indonesia, friends with someone in Europe. in the UK or in Spain.
Wait, doesn't that make the world bigger then?
It's smaller. It makes the world.
It makes them smaller because they're tangible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, would you have known that guy?
Yeah.
Would you have ever met that guy? Would you have ever known his likes and dislikes, his social, quirks?
Yeah, I mean, I think there was probably like if we didn't have the internet the way that we do, that a lot of people wouldn't be able to connect the way that they do.
Yeah.
But I do think it's very awesome.
Yeah. How about you, Artie?
So like a couple years ago, my nephew, he graduated, and during his graduation dinner, my sister introduced me to a fellow that same kid his age. But he was like, yeah, like my sister was telling me, like, yeah, dude, he's been gaming online with this guy for like 10 years.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
And his family just so happened to be in town the same time he graduated. So we decided to like invite them for dinner. So, to me, like it's I think it's really cool. It's really crazy being the age that I am to know that not only have you met someone miles away from you, but even to the point of like you guys could connect and be physically together for whatever. Like I hear these stories and I think that's very cool. I honestly like support and love that. Like, because sometimes people, in your neighborhood or even in your town, you'll never like relate or maybe even feel connected to, but that doesn't mean you can't connect to the next town or the next state or the next country. And I think it brings us all together, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it's an ability for someone to learn someone else's culture and understand a little bit about themselves. It's not like every day you're going to. I know it sounds funny, but it's not like every day you're going to run into someone that's from China. It's not every day that you're going to run into.
What do you mean? We have art.
He's North Korean. North Korean, brother. North Korean, dude.
But even that like aspect of like because you were you grew up and myself too. We just hung out with the kids in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
Maybe we knew the kids from school. They weren't part of the neighborhood, but they went to our school, so we knew them.
Yeah.
But I mean, the fact that someone from another state, another country,
another country.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, I grew up in a generation where, to be honest, look, fuck, let's be honest, Siri's not that far away.
Bruh.
Dude,
I remember when my friend moved to Houston, I thought that motherfucker moved, you know what I mean? Like to another state.
That's to another state. Yeah.
Next to Turlock.
All right, let me ask you this question, because this is a big one. I mean, this is where gaming is going, and it's going into virtual reality. Do you feel like how do you feel about that? Do you feel like that virtual gaming is going to change things, or is it basically the same norm where you're still playing a video game? And do you think that it's going to change the way people outlook, the outlook towards the way gaming is going, and having that almost that because let's be honest, it's tricking your mind that person is actually there. I mean, how do you feel about virtual gaming, Julian?
I don't know. I'm not much into it. I've never tried it, but also I think that it's one of those things. Like I've seen videos of people that literally play so much that they say they have phantom sense. So it's like
that's crazy.
They feel things that happen in the game while they're in the VR. And I mean, like you said, it disoriented you. So like I do think that it is possible that people could potentially like get that sense that they feel something from this game.
Yeah.
But I think it's kind of crazy, yes. But I don't know if I would ever be like that. But I'm sure it could happen.
I mean, too, like like with there's certain people that don't get mad at me, internet world. But it's just like I think I always felt like there's certain people that shouldn't do certain things.
Yeah.
Because they don't have, don't get mad at me, the mental capacity to handle these certain situations, or whether or not it's virtual VR or riding a motorcycle or driving a car, for instance. that's what I worried about, because I think there are some people that have the mindset that becomes their world.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm afraid of when it comes to virtual reality. I can sense that there's a generation of people that are out there that can get lost in that world.
Mm-hmm.
And that becomes their world.
Yeah, big facts. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, it's scary. It's scary because you know, we have that now. I mean, with certain situations and certain things, but I can see just knowing the early stages of it and I think I used one about maybe 4 or 5 months ago. It was a little better on my mind. I didn't feel like I was so disoriented. And I think it has a lot to do with the resolution and the way it's played out and the megahertz as far as the frequency that's being projected into my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
That first generation, I felt very disoriented and out of place, and I really had to sit down. But this one that I tried recently, I can feel myself kind of being drawn in that world. Like this is like, you look around, everything's perfect.
I think it makes it immersive. It just makes it immersive.
Yeah, and I can see where some people with the wrong mindset can get themselves really into that world and like come home and just be hooked up to that thing for hours, dude, before going to bed.
Mm-hmm.
And they got, fucking the porn world has jumped on board. I mean, some of those, other than the actual feeling of sliding your what in there, it almost feels like it. I mean,
hey, that attachment's coming.
It's scary where virtual reality has gone.
Well, the whole time you were talking about it, I was thinking about like back in the day. We watched movies.
Mm-hmm.
We knew that shit was fake, bro.
Right.
And it gets to the point now where movies feel very real.
Yeah.
And then so now you're putting it to the point of like, I think it was you that was like, I can't watch Dexter before I go to bed because
I couldn't. No more than 2 episodes.
Yeah, because it got so real to you, and it got to your psyche to the point where it affected you.
I thought that motherfucker was in my room, dude.
And I feel that, bro. I'm the same way. And then so now we go to virtual where you're living in that fake world.
Yeah.
The mind is a powerful thing. The mind can control how you feel, really. You could have bad days and good days all because of your mind.
Yep.
So cherish that thing. Make sure you don't watch crazy Dexter episodes before you go to bed. Put on some fucking Looney Tunes or some shit and sleep well and have good fun dreams, because like in reality,
you don't want Johnny having fun dreams.
In reality, I feel it. I'm just speaking for myself and maybe anyone out there who feels the same way. Like, I'll be dreaming about some shit and I'll wake up and I'm like, my whole day is ruined because of that dream, because of the mental exhaustion I went through going through that life that I lived while I was sleeping. So like that video, or virtual reality, and like how people just, there's a great movie called The Matrix, but that's kind of what you do when you come home from work and you just zone out in your video game and live in that virtual world. Could really affect your life.
Yeah.
You're out there like doing whatever you want in that virtual world, and then you have to like jump back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes Rabbit. He's throwing his anyways, like like it's some real shit, dude. The shit that you put in your brain and your mind before you go to sleep is some real shit. It makes you feel a certain way the next day.
All right, let me get into the last part before we head on out of here. Let's talk about online gaming and the cost.
Ooh.
We talked a little bit about this last night with me and Julian, but
let's go.
And Mr. Saf jumped in there. He kind of elaborated on dude, the numbers are just mind blowing. The dollar amounts that are being spent.
Who the
fuck
online spends money online?
It is insane. And I laugh because I should have understood that even before doing this research, because I see my grandson, like, I got to buy this. I got to buy this skin. I got to buy this jacket. I got to buy this gun. I got to buy this hat. I got to, on Fortnite. And dude, I'm going to give it all up. I'm going to give it huge props to Fortnite. I'm sorry. They are the smartest people on the fucking face of the earth. Let's just give them a free platform. Let's give them a free game.
You're getting shout out. You're getting your flowers, Fortnite.
And let's just hammer them on fucking clothes. Let's hammer them on a fucking hat. Let's hammer them on
that's not even physical.
It's insane.
You're living in a virtual world. You got this cool hat, but that's in the virtual world.
It's insane. It's insane. It's such a smart complex.
And the thing is, you don't even have to get
gross revenue for its game network service segment reached approximately, you ready for this number? $31.7 billion, dude.
My God.
B, as Trump says, B with $1
billion.
$billion. That is the end of March 31st of 2025, dude.
That's ridiculous.
That is.
Y'all need to stop, bro. Y'all need to stop for real.
Like when talking to Hunter and Seth and Julian last night, something kind of dawned on me because unfortunately, I was like, I was thinking America, but this isn't just about America. This is China. This is Australia. This is fucking Spain. You're talking worldwide where kids are paying $5.95 or $10.99 a month to play. Because like my mind didn't think that. Like when I thought online services, I was for some reason I was thinking just us. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You thought locally, not globally.
Yeah, I was thinking globally, and like when I saw $31 billion,
that's with a B.
It hit me like, whoa, this is worldwide. This isn't just here in the United States that is paying this amount of money to play these fucking games online.
And you got to think some people have multiple consoles because they have like brothers and sisters, and everyone has their own online profile and their own thing.
Dude, yo. I understand what you're saying, and it's facts. But what I'm trying to tell you is this is the Matrix status. This is when you're talking about skins, you're paying $10 for a new, outfit or whatever. I understand it costs more to pay to buy a new fit physically for yourself.
Right.
But you just paid $9.99 for your virtual character to look fly.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
That's crazy.
We do and I'm not knocking on anyone who does it. Live your life, boo. Like have your fun, but you got to understand that's not tangible.
Exactly.
That's what I'm
talking
talking about.
It's not a physical thing you hold in your hand.
It's not a physical thing. That's what I meant about when I pay $10 to fucking $17 for Apple Music every month.
That's different.
No, that's the same thing because if I stop paying for it, I don't have the album.
You don't have the physical album.
So if you paid $9.99 for this cool outfit, this skin that they like to call it, you don't really. I mean, you own it, but you don't own it because once the fucking program is out of there,
you don't own
whatever, you get hacked, so you have to start a new fucking account. You don't own it.
Yeah,
it's crazy. We are living in that life now where I rather floss online than have the physical shit to floss. And I mean, that's whatever. I'm not hitting on no one.
Yeah, the motherfucker don't brush his teeth, but he does it every day on that fucking Simpson.
That's what got me fucked up because in GTA, I was at the gym making my GTA 5.
Yeah.
Was it GTA 5? Where you came back, whatever it was, San Andreas, whatever it was, where you had to pump up and I'm like, yo,
I'm to work out? Yeah,
I'm like at the gym in the game working out, and my fat ass is over here drinking fucking Mountain Dew Code Red, eating donuts.
Or making yourself fat in the game and then like losing weight and all that.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not dissing y'all, but this is really real shit.
Yeah,
you gotta fucking think about that shit, real life.
Yeah. Let me ask you, Julian. Do you feel like Sony does deserve to own that top spot at $31.7 billion over Xbox and Nintendo as far as the online service? Can you understand why? Do you understand why, or can you explain why Sony has the market as far as when it comes to online services?
I think it has to do with just like
$150.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of people always have what's it called? Like a lot of people get PlayStations. I think PlayStation's like one of the most recognizable names.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I would assume that Xbox isn't that far behind.
It's
I don't
not
know
that far off. It's not that far off, but it's not.
pretty
It's nowhere near
50-50.
close to what Sony.
Oh, it's not as close.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe Sony's where all the ballers go.
Let's put it this way: Nintendo's at the bottom at 16 billion, which is still a lot of fucking money.
I think my personal opinion, what I saw with Sony was like they were the first ones. You know, the chat, hit me up if I'm wrong, but they were the first console that was like, hey, you could play DVDs on here.
Yeah.
When Xbox, you had to buy like a separate thing to be able to use it as a DVD player. So then Sony did Xbox 5 or 4 where they're like, hey, guess what? You can play Blu-rays on here.
Yeah. It took them a while to get. Well, what happened? You know that whole story, right?
No, I don't know what happened.
Who owned the patent for the Blu-ray?
Oh, what happened?
It was Sony. Sony owned the patent for the Blu-ray. So
shout out Sony, bro. Sponsor us.
Xbox couldn't put the Blu-ray in their player because that would have been them paying Sony to use a Blu-ray player.
That's what's up, bro.
That was the whole fight. The battle was with Sony, Xbox, with Microsoft and Sony was that battle over the Blu-ray.
Fuck yeah, you learn something new every day.
Blu-ray was a technology that was produced by Sony. So Sony owned the right to Blu-ray. So Microsoft didn't want to pay Sony to have a Blu-ray player in their thing because that was kind of defeating the purpose of having an Xbox. You know, it's like, well, this is our stuff, but now we're having to use Sony technology to get it to work. So yeah, it was a big battle.
Y'all seen it here first.
Yeah,
John.
It was crazy. I remember that
nerding out about
I remember that whole
Sony
thing.
Blu-ray, dude. Like,
well, you brought up a good point.
Yeah, I did.
The thing.
Shout out to me.
The thing with the PlayStation was in the early beginning days of the Blu-ray player. That was the ability for someone to have a PlayStation and a Blu-ray player as their entertainment source.
Yes,
so
sir.
You didn't have to have a PlayStation and a Blu-ray player.
Yeah,
because back then, Blu-ray player was $200-$300. So now,
facts.
So you had to buy two things. What you could buy a PlayStation and still play your movies. So yeah, it was a big deal.
And they had GTA first.
Yeah, fuck GTA. Nintendo's revenue has been on decline since 2021, peaking nearly at 16 billion, but is generally over 11 billion in revenue in the last 2025 fiscal year, ending March 31st to 2024. Approximately 1.67 trillion Japanese yen.
Damn.
So yeah, I mean. Let's jump right into it. Excuse me, Julian.
Oh damn!
We're at the end of our show. What did you learn today, Julian?
I learned that Sony's king and that they make the most money.
Who did?
Sony.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
They're top dogs. They made the 30 bill.
Yeah, I've always fucked with PlayStation, bro. I've had Xbox and Xbox 360. I never had Xbox One, Microsoft, all that stuff. Like I've always fucked with Sony.
Yeah, I like for me, I get the differences between the Xbox and the Sony. I think Xbox in the early starting days, they realized that this was something they could integrate with Windows, and I think that was a smart move for them. Because let's be honest, how many people have a Windows PC in their home? There isn't a lot of other PCs that are out there. So when Windows started integrating Xbox into the actual operating system, I think it kind of helped them.
Yeah,
so I think Sony at that time already had such a grasp on the titles, the games that were available.
Yeah, I think because I know you said fuck GTA, but Rockstar Games was
Rockstar
Games. only Sony for a minute, right, Julian? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
For what?
Rockstar Games.
Yeah.
So Red Dead and
Red Dead and
GTA
Grand Theft
were like,
Auto are their big ones. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
they were. I mean, eventually you get them on Xbox, but talk about like the day they come out, it was always Sony for like the first couple of years, and then
Yeah, it was always Sony, and then Xbox would get it later, and then or
yeah,
maybe Xbox didn't even get some of them.
Online, you had Grand Theft Auto 5. There's just a lot of titles that came
I
out.
don't think Xbox got it till GTA 4.
Yeah.
damn.
And then there was
GTA 4 was kind of fucking whack. If I'm not gonna, for all those listening out there, bro, you would get into a car accident and you would just die immediately. You were the Russian guy, right? GTA 4
was great. I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, when it was 5, it was a little bit more lenient with the realism.
Here we go. Grand Theft Auto 5, Grand Theft Auto Online. You had Red Dead 2 Redemption.
I still want to play some Red Dead, but you know what I mean? Like I said, shout out Tony Hawk, bro. You fucked up my fucking high school career.
Red Dead Online. You had Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy. You had Red Dead Redemption, Undead Nightmare. You had LA Norm, Bully, Max Payne 3.
Bully was
cool.
Yeah, I mean Midnight Club, Los Angeles. That was Art's game.
What were it was called like it was the racing games. Come on, Julian, tell me what the racing games were called. Need for Speed,
yeah,
bro.
Need for Speed. Manhunt 2 was on.
Manhunt was sick.
Yeah.
Hey,
The Warriors was on there, and Rockstar.
Yeah, we didn't even get to talk about the real like I sorry, I'm not calling you guys nerds, but like World of Warcraft was huge, bro.
Yeah.
That's PC.
Dude, I know
you ever
people
play
that
WoW? You ever play WoW?
No, I didn't play WoW. I never got into WoW.
Dude, I know people that are still playing that game from day one and still to today.
Shout out to you guys. That's what's up, dude. Like that's a cool ass game. I never played it, but I've had friends who like pretty much like stop hanging out with me to fucking play that game.
What did you learn today, Art? Dude, this is always a good one, right?
What did I even learn today, dude?
What did you learn?
You know what? I just learned that people look.
No, I can always make them laugh.
The main part I'm gonna say is that people just want to be connected to each other, because whether you're online or your buddy is sitting right next to you, there's just something about being connected to each other that is something special. So shout out to all those people who have those relationships.
Yeah. I think it's very cool that you can have a friend in China or a friend in Spain or UK that like, and it's crazy because it's like you got these time differences, and they're not an issue. It's the only time they're not an issue. It's like, hey, I got to get up at 4 a.m. Can you imagine telling your girlfriend that you got to get up at 2 a.m. because you got to play your buddy in the UK because of the time difference, dude?
That's
She'd
what's
be like,
up,
what
dude.
the fuck?
That shows me that regardless of color, creed, no, I shouldn't say creed, regardless of color, race, or religion, like gaming overthrows all that.
My screen, there you go.
Time, whatever your time, fucking whatever it's called, like that skips all that. You rather lose some sleep to be able to hang out and talk shit with your boy out in Thailand or the UK.
Thailand.
But
that's man boy or woman boy.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, shout out to all those people, man. Connecting and being with someone, because sometimes, bro, it'd be lonely out there, and I feel bad for those I'm just saying, like, I feel bad for those people who don't have. I was
gonna get Julian to come over here and give you a hug.
Yeah, I'll connect with you, Art.
No, you know what I mean, though, bro. Like, it really be like specific to some of those gamers that they might not have a friend.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
You know what I mean? To come over and talk shit and have fun. So you got to have that friend out in the UK or overseas, and that's great, bro. Like, as people, we got to stay connected to be able to fucking really, like, survive,
We
Stay
are. Let me
connected.
get that. Let me get this out of there. All right.
Fuck, we do it here, bro.
No, we did. Yeah.
Look
No,
at the chat. The chat. We stay
yeah.
connected with the
Yeah.
chat.
I mean, it's
You know?
great. I like I said, I am glad that I have some great stories that growing up and there are related to those video games and having these consoles and my dogs attacking each other. And
There's nothing
no,
like
it is, and you know, being someone that's come from the earlier stages, like you know, the Magnavox and the Atari 2600, and
awesome, man.
coming into it and seeing what's out there now,
Yeah.
it's mind blowing. You know, and I was that guy that had to have that video card that you know for the. Hey, girls, do I have to go over there and whoop some ass? But yeah, I mean, for me, growing up and having that transition from each decade and seeing what is available today, it's from
Yeah.
like VR and the different types of games and how they have evolved and the thing that I find really amazing is how the video games have immersed ourselves into the games. I think back in the day you were playing that character. You know, now today you're playing yourself
in
you're
a virtual world. Yeah,
you're immersing
bro.
yourself
Or someone else.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, like that's what he means, though. Like you in World of Warcraft, you may be a fucking giant or like a fucking fairy or whatever. I don't know. I don't play the game, but you are you. You are technically you. You're just in a different skin. You know what I'm saying, Julian?
Cool. Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. All right, you bastards.
Julian, do you play a bunch of like? Do you have friends? Do you do it? Where
do you have friends?
No. I'm like
other than the ones at work.
Do you have friends that come through and you guys are playing together? Or do you do mostly online?
Mostly online.
Yeah, and that's cool, right?
Yeah. That's how we prefer to do it.
You prefer? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it'd be hard to like get a bunch, like, because a lot of us are PC players, so it's like to have a LAN party. There's like you need a lot of space.
Yeah, bro. But there's nothing like those LAN parties, man. Shout out to you, bro, and your homies. I'm like not shitting on it. Fucking, that's awesome, bro. No. I really like I said with my nephew. I was so happy to see him connect with some person that he's been playing because the dude lived like in the East Coast and they've been playing online together for like 10 years and they finally got to see each other. That's fucking awesome, bro. I was like not jealous, but I was like low key like that's fucking awesome. So because I know what it was to have the homie right next to me playing. So you know when you ever met up with your peoples online.
Hey Art, can we end the show now? Fucking bastard,
this guy.
All right, we're at the 3 hours and 4 minute mark. We usually don't go over 3 hours, but Art had to mention his one friend that he had that played.
Hey, we're almost there to 24/7.
Dude, I'm just saying, man. Shout out to all the people who play online, man. Like, I fucking love gamers, bro. You guys are a cool people.
Keep having fun. Keep evolving. Keep coming up with new things. I love it. I'm like with Art. I think I will be playing video games. It does take a special, certain kind of game to immerse me into it. But when I do, I can see where I almost have to pull myself back, and like, hey, okay, John, and what I love. It's not something that was barely available back in the day like you have today, but like with Steam, it actually shows you how many hours you played.
Wow.
Now, when I saw that number for Rocket League, I said, okay, I got to cut it back, dude. It's like, this is way too much, you know? And like, that's the great thing. I mean, I get it. You can get yourself immersed into these games and you can put part of your life. But again, you know, don't forget reality. You know, don't forget the actual physical friends that you have around you.
Facts.
And that's important. Yes, you have friends all over the world, but you know, is that friend in China going to be there for you when you need to get bailed out of jail for, you know, taking a piss at a schoolyard?
that part, John's completely right.
So don't get yourself so immersed into these games and to where you lose reality. And I think that's where video games are going today. I think that they are getting us more immersed into them to where we're actually feel like we are that character.
Yeah.
And we're not Max Payne. We're not fucking Duke Nukem. We're not these, that was the character. But now, like I said, eventually, now we're actually wearing these VRs. We feel like we're actually walking through these scenes. We're actually shooting these guns. And just, don't get yourself lost in that world.
That's so true, man. Yeah. That's real shit. Like people get lost in that virtual reality and they start thinking it's reality.
Yeah, and then you end up at some park dressed up as some fairy, just walking around trying to pretend like you're casting a spell on somebody, dude, with a fake sword.
Whoa, what's wrong with LARPing?
This is called LARPing.
Live action roleplay.
You're not Harry Potter. Just because you painted a fucking a lightning bolt on your face doesn't make you Harry Potter, and that wand doesn't cast spells.
I get what he's saying, bro. Go out there and play with some sticks and stones.
Yeah, go
we did back in the day.
Yeah. All right, you bastards, look into the camera because Julian's got to go to work.
Hell yeah!
Look into the camera and say goodbye. Bye.
Good night, y'all.
Good night, everybody. And let me hit the right button. Big shout out to all the hot moms out there from the boys here at the Afternoon Delight podcast. We see you, ladies.